Get at the J. Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne in this ish.
New world order.
The king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth, yours truly, the notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC. The unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best edutainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg
Your
Greg.
third leg was just phenomenal.
Also the man with no trabajo. I am the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
I am the founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the Mating Matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer. Also the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, God Allah. And I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We can start the show. We got a great show for you today. We're going to meet the lost women of America looking to find themselves, and we're going to possibly identify some of the reasons why women appear to be lost today. We're also going to have Doom and Gloom CGA talking about 40% of Americans who apply for jobs did not get an interview and what to do about that. We have Straggle and Sniggle Theater featuring Dr. Cheyenne Bryant sounding like an absolute moron. Hold on. Let me clear my throat. We have Dr. Cheyenne Bryant on here, basically the quack who calls herself a doctor, providing some commentary on Neo in his polyamorous relationships or polygynous relationships. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a clown, okay? And we're going to paint her up with her clown face and makeup. We also have It's an Evil World We Live In, featuring sex robots and predictive programming on television shows near you. Hollywood is getting you ready.
New world order.
Right. In the last couple of weeks or years, several videos and movies have come out talking about the predictive programming of sex robots and who the target market of that is.
Order.
And we also have a segment called The Bare Minimum. Why men, in particular, we have a woman and a man talking about why men are accepting and expecting the bare minimum, why they don't treat themselves. All right, we had that conversation yesterday. And then the main event. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, and PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat
New world
on the
order.
Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Shout out to y'all. It is the weekend out here. So,
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
all right, it's the weekend out here, and we ready to go.
Oh my
Why
God.
not? All right. Oh my God, it's the weekend.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right. What do you guys got doing planned for the weekend? Are you guys ready to have a good weekend? Are you going to be chilling?
Chill.
Are you going to be chilling? I'm going to be chilling. And I'm going to be chilling in some JUCO. All right. All right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm catching up here. All right, and I'm going to chill and relax and all of that stuff. I might go to the firearm range out in the desert so I can get a little...
Pop, pop, cock, cock, cock. Skitty, keep, pop,
Yeah,
pop.
I might be
And a
doing
pop,
that.
pop, boom.
And it might be some white women involved in the show
White
today.
women at?
All right. All right, so yeah, somebody's happy about the white women there in the background of that of that video. I'm trying to find my contribution box. Pause. All right, where's the box of contributions here? I have all these tabs open and I can't find one. I don't know where it is. All right, I want to read the earlier contributors to today's show, but I'm looking at all these tabs and I don't see it. All right, anybody know where it is? Where's my assistant at? Is Kaylee here this morning? All right, I need some help over here. Old man needs some help with the oh, I found it. All right, I found it. It was hiding behind the white women.
Where the white women at?
It was a white woman tag. All right, it was hiding. So now I got it here. I got it straight here. All right, let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. Before we get to Snow Bunny Heaven, I know we letting people come into the show. Shout out to NGN as a Gen Z, locals, and money mindset supporter with no debt that has been following you since the beginning of 2017 when you had a studio apartment. I hate that you don't brag more. You've inspired me and saved me with your wisdom. Play the victory lap out here, man, for these Mitch-ass ninjas. All right. There was a Mitch in here. I'm tired of the bragging. All right. He says right here, oh, you want me to play the Bernie Mac too? All right, let's do it. Bernie Mac.
You can talk about me all the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I got mine, goddammit. You better hustle and get yours.
The sad reality is, dude, I'm not only trying to give y'all the life y'all want to live, I'm giving you the playbook. All right, bitch-ass ninjas. When Mitch said they don't care about a woman's pleasure during sex or giving aftercare, I genuinely believe those type of guys actually hate women. He says, I've made some women sad for lasting over 1 hour and not finishing while they had orgasms. He says, I have an abundance mindset, 100%. I mean, I hear a sad reality that some men out here are being taught to not care. I don't care about a woman's pleasure during sex. I don't give her no aftercare. All right, I kick the bitches out. All right, listen, when you're 22 and 23, you can do that. Once you become grown and you have shit to lose, probably not going to do it. All right, shout out to Daniel McGee, says sad music. All right, let's hit the sad music out here. Hopefully my box doesn't freeze up. He says, all CGA does is brag, talk about him cards, taking trips, clapping JUCO cheeks, and driving him G-Wagon. Keep winning, homie. Shout out to you and slapping these Mitch-ass Mitchells across the lips. I think most mother-sucking-ass men are afraid to win, and they're afraid to live the free agent lifestyle. They're afraid. I believe that a lot of men in this space, they want, like, their true wish is not to live a good life, right? You know what their true wish is? That women come back. Baby, come back, right? All right. Men, there are some men in this space that follow the red pill, that are blue pill Masons. They literally they're just waiting for the day that women come crawling back on their hands and knees. That's their whole goal in life, right? They ain't got shit else to do. Look, this woman's going to give you some real spill later on. They're waiting for the day where women just like run out of options. And then they believe that they believe that the women are going to crawl back. Forgive us. Forgive us for falling for feminism and ruining the world. All right. I'll be your stay-at-home wife. I'll touch your peen. I'll drop my neck. Tell me whatever you want, you loser ass nigga.
It's barbecue in there.
And the dudes they just sitting around losing their whole life. All right. Just like, I'm going to be a loser until women come back. And you're not going to have OnlyFans. And you're not going to have Instagram. There's going to be a day where you're not going to be able to shake your ass at a strip club. All right. And you'll have to crawl back, ass nitch. Right. You're going to hit the wall and age out. I'm like, bruh, dude, this is not going to happen. All right. These things are not going to happen. Well, listen, if they do happen, it won't be simultaneously. It won't be simultaneously. It will literally be a progressive step if these things do happen. Like, the AI robot sex bot is going to take their jobs. One day, the AI Instagram models are going to take your job and you won't be able to do anything. I'm telling you, there's dudes that think that. I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're not going to do that. All right. Women are survivalists. They're better survivalists than men, although we can survive out in the wild longer than them, but they're surviving in a stable world. All right. Shout out to Major League, says, Coach, I blame you for having Dr. Umar focusing on snow bunnies.
Lord have mercy.
All right. Dr. Umar been talking about snow bunnies. He says he is listening to the show right now. Dr. Umar, I got something for you, brother.
Where the white women at?
Oh, I got some snow bunnies. I told you those pro blacks, right? Major Leagues. I told you those pro blacks, they love white women. Like, they really, really want a white woman. They do. Like, they'll claim, I can't see nothing attractive about a white woman. I'm like, you're overselling that, bruh. You're overselling that. There's no white women you find attractive? No, I could never. I'm like, you live in a country where 66% of all women are white. Not one of them. Right? You don't want one?
Hey, where are the white women at?
The Resurrected Sip Enforcer says, CGA, my friend's ex-wife called me while she was getting her cheeks clapped with the kids at the home. Is there your friend's ex-wife or yours? All right. She was getting her cheeks clapped at home while the kids were there by her new Pookie boyfriend. His ex-wife told him it's nothing he can do about it. Oh, okay. All right. My friend is a stand-up honest guy, but I think he might crash out today. I think he's in trouble for sure. He better figure that out. Yeah, and the way Dr. Umar describes all of the white women's anatomy, you know he likes them uncooked Cinnabons. Yeah, right. Preston says she's only someone's daughter when you buy the cat. It says not when she is selling the cat. That is that's actually true. That's actually true. When she's selling it, nobody says nothing. You just sit around like, well, you know, girls got to do what a girl's got to do. And you be like, well, I'll buy some of that. Hey, that's somebody's daughter. All right, that's what they do. Like what? She's a celibate. And I'll buy a bit. Shout out to the guy that said his friend's ex-wife is getting her cheeks clapped on the phone. Like, why do you guys talk to your ex-wife? I don't know why you even have a conversation with that woman. Like, what are we doing? Why are you talking to your ex-wife on the phone? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't never have a phone conversation with my ex-wife. All right, shout out to our brother Anonymous. He says, great stream yesterday on living for yourself and living selfishly like women do. Steve McQueen said it best, I live for myself and answer to nobody. 100%. Answer to nobody, man. Hey, man, live your life. We're going to have a woman actually pretty much echo some of the sentiments that I had. This later on in the show. Miles Morrow says, Flatback Friday. Let's make it a holiday. Let's do it.
Where the white women at?
Says right here, God bless CGA and the Coach Gang. We here, brothers. All right, let's see. Where's my train sound effect? Shout out to the coach gang. All right, 100%. And then let me check if there's another brother here. It is Corey says, happy Friday, coach. We here on Friday.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right, and shout out to Monte says, water. All right, speaking of water, you know what time it is. It is Snow Bunny time for the brothers that like the white time. All right, so turn up your headphones and let's get some white women on your screen. Yeah, here we go. Yes, indeed. Water. Yes.
Women love my magic.
Okay. Okay.
When I die,
yes.
I'ma go to
Snow Bunny heaven.
Where the white women at?
Snow Bunny heaven.
Dr. Umar's favorite. Oh, yes. Oh, not the blue, gray eyes. Let's go. Hey.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yes, indeed. Where they at? Oh, that's a Flatback Supreme right there. Flatback Supreme. Let's go. Oh, they like, oh, she bouncy. Okay, bouncy time.
Snow bunnies in segregation.
Yes, indeed. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Wow, what in the world is this?
What the hell?
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. All right. Oh, the uncooked cinnamons in this. Oh my Lord. There's some Flatback Supremes in there too. Oh look. Okay, they jiggling too. She got some jiggle to it.
Snow Bunny
heaven. Oh. Yes, Dr. Umar.
Where the white women at?
Yes. Yes. Okay, we already saw her. Oh my goodness.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
What is they doing in there, boy? Oh my goodness, Ninja. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Betty,
Hey, let's go. Oh my goodness. What in the Oh no, Russian Snow Bunny. What in the world? Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Damn, Natasha. Oh, she said put your back into it. Goodness.
Where the white women at?
Oh my goodness, Ninja. Okay, all right, round 2 coming up here. I didn't finish it. I didn't even get through all the slides. All right, goodness gracious. Dr. Umar, what are we doing?
Lord have mercy.
All right, that's what I know, Dr. Umar. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Natasha was doing her yoga class. Is that what they doing in yoga class? Round 2, here we go. The song is too short. All right, I tried to get through all my slides. Another Flatback Supreme. Let's go. Oh my goodness, wow. She got her feet out. Let's go. Hit the like button. Oh my goodness. Did she put her pussy on her head?
Hey, where are the white women at?
Oh my goodness. What is going
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. All right. Oh.
That's my destination.
Jeez.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
When I say I be folding it up like a love letter from the 2nd grade.
Where the white women at?
Oh my goodness, this looks like a fun time. Oh my goodness, she's so, oh Jesus.
And some fat tits and some duck lips.
Oh my goodness.
That brother's starving.
Yes, it's magic.
Jesus, oh.
Lord have mercy.
Oh Jesus. Well, that's a lot.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Oh my goodness, man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Jesus.
Snow
This is wild out here. Man, what is this?
Lord have mercy.
Heaven, Bethany, Stephanie,
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. This is a lot right here.
Yeah, that's brother.
She in there with all them ninjas too in there. She trying to get all them ninjas excited right here. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the ice cream cooked Cinnabons. Not the uncooked Cinnabons. Oh my goodness. What the uncooked?
Where the white women at?
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Hey, where are the white women at?
All right.
Oh, the humanity.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Oh, man. All right. What a way to start the show. Dr. Umar is irate right now. All right. Dr. Umar is not having it. All right. He is beside himself right now. He's saying the black queen, the black diaspora, and the black queen and the black woman is God with them ice cream cookies and them uncooked Cinnabons and them flat, unflabbery, flabby. You know how Dr. Umar say. I do have the Dr. Umar clip if we want to see what he's talking about here. Where's Dr. Umar at? Let's see here. Let's see if we can hear what he's talking about.
The same white woman who told you the black man is no good is bent over giving that pink punani to your black man.
Oh.
The next day she bent over giving that pink punani to your black man. She tell the black woman with your silly asses that the black man is no good. And right after she turns you against the black man, she got that pink punani bent over, flat ass up in the air, giving him those flat, uncooked Cinnabons. Oh yes. How you gonna make her turn you against the black man and all she do is take your man? The same man she told you was no good, she up there baking those white ice cookies for him. That pink punani be right up in the air with that flat ass of hers.
Oh.
Giving your man the business.
Oh my goodness, man. Dr.
Hey yo, chill, son. Hey yo.
It ain't that serious, my G. It ain't that serious. Oh my goodness, doctor. Oh my goodness. Slow down, man. Hey, Doc. They're human beings too. Wait till the robots come out and I get me a white uncooked Cinnabon with your silly asses. All right, them white ice cream cookies. All right. Anyway, Doc. I like Dr. Umar. He seems like a good guy. All right. He just, he needs to sell to the black woman there, to his black woman. He like the black woman. She black. All right. Shout out to our brother. Caitlin says, what's up, coach? I did some research on the Don't Hit That Bottom lady. I do know her name. She hosted a show called Vagina Power. That particular clip you showed of her last night was her with her mother. So the woman that was sitting next to her was her husband. Her breakdown on both the punani and the peace sleeve are truly ahead of her time. The more videos of hers you'll watch, you'll see why God said do not have sex until you're married, especially for women. Yep. And she crazy. All right. She kind of crazy too, but yeah. And she definitely been pimped out. She definitely been pimped out. I'm just going to tell you. She sound like she been pimped out. All right, shout out to our brother here. It is. All right, Cesar Santana. He says, I sent 20 with no message, but he says, the salami discipline is more important now for new generations. The early 2000s game was okay having alcohol and music to loosen the girls up or some punani and one-night stands. Also, now that you can track you down, now that they can track you down on Google or social media, retroactive removal of consent and unwanted pregnancy endangers the peace of young men. The best defense is the free agent lifestyle. Save yourself. You're absolutely right. I think you're right. People that talk about the days of the 90s and the 2000s, they often do leave out the copious amount of alcohol that we plied women with, as they say, to loosen up the atmosphere. In fact, they call this lowering the inhibitions. They call this lower the inhibitions. In fact, there's a video somebody sent me of a breakdown that I did before, but there was a continuous video of the breakdown of inhibitions, and then particularly white women, but, you know, all races of women have consumed alcohol, and they have claimed that they blacked out. All right. I didn't remember doing this. I couldn't remember doing this. I couldn't imagine that I would engage in this sort of behavior, and therefore I was victimized. In fact, can I play a clip for you? Can I play a clip related to that? Let me see if I can find it. Is this the Snow Bunny tab? Okay, let me find this clip. I do have well, never mind. I'll keep that to myself. Here's the clip of a woman that claims, you know, I did a show talking about how Girls Gone Wild got sued because they never paid the girls and never really got consent other than verbal consent. But here's an example of what our brother, Mr. Santana, was talking about.
Late at night, obviously, another Girls Gone Wild commercial comes on, and we all just kind of sat there and our mouths dropped open. Like, oh my God.
Real quick before we draw a big crowd.
That is me. My name is Trista. I'm an account manager, and I love being a mom to my little boy. I'm one of the many girls taped on Girls Gone Wild. We went to the set for TRL live, and I actually did get called up on stage later that night. We were going out to the clubs. We saw the Girls Gone Wild trailer, and then I was approached outside by one of the camera crew. It felt like a spotlight kind of shining on me.
All right, so you see what's happening here. Listen, she's portraying to be the victim in this case. And normally, because these women have aged out, they became a mother, they have children, their children are starting to age to the point where, you know, they are going to start going out drinking later, and she's going to look at her kids and go, wow, I was that age and I was wilding. You hear these stories all the time where the woman removed consent. She'll say she was victimized later on. Even the JUCO is susceptible to that, and they're going to start doing that here pretty soon. But now here she is. Oh, I saw the trailer. I got called up on stage. What did you do? You were shaking your ice cream Cinnabons. You were shaking them ice cream cookies, and you weren't enjoying it. I had a couple of drinks. She's going to say that later. Oh, there was a spotlight. Oh, my God. They shoved the camera in my face, despite the fact that you said you saw the trailer. All right, so you were aware of who they are. They approached you. You could have said no, you didn't. Now let's see some further victimization here.
I'd had a few drinks. I thought I could hold my liquor, but at that point in time, I was 19.
There you go. I'm telling you, man, they good at setting it up. I thought I could hold my liquor, but you was shaking your ass on the stage. But now I was just 19. You chose to drink. You were drinking as a minor, underage. All right. But now when they shoved the camera in my face, I thought I could hold my liquor. I was just 19 years old. I was a baby. All right. You see the victimization here. And then?
And it got dark after that. And I don't remember much after that.
Oh, it got dark after that. Oh, it was a bright light. I was drinking. I thought I could hold my liquor. I couldn't. I was just 19. I was shaking my ass on the stage with Ludacris. All right, now. But then it got dark. I don't know what happened. I blacked out. I don't remember nothing. You see, this is what the brother Santana was talking about. That was part of the 90s game. When people talk about the 90s, a lot of it was acid and not Molly's. There was another thing that people would take. Ecstasy was the one. Ecstasy, Molly, drinking, weed. So you guys got to know that that's part of the whole game to loosen up the inhibitions. Now, because it was filmed, now she can play the victim. All right, this is why a lot of women are saying their body count doesn't count, because these were the type of sexual experiences that they had. So this is, right? This is what they're saying. I was just so young. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drunk half the time. I was an alcoholic. I was just on ecstasy. Somebody slipped something in my drink. All right, it's crazy. And no government name says 90% of women I've dealt with only want 10 minutes of sex. After getting 2 to 3 orgasms, they be winded and ready to cuddle so they can sleep. They always ask me, am I good? Or claim I got hoes. He says they enjoy the sex, but I know They use it mainly for manipulation. Yep, shout out to you. That's what it is. And most women are good. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They don't expect you to be going marathons unless they return back. But when they first dealing with you, they're like, this is going to be a 10-minute trip. And then you still going. She be like, oh, boy. All right, what did I do? All right, speaking about what did I do, let's get into this part of the show, and it is Doom and Gloom CGA. All right, let's do it. Doom and Gloom CGA, brought to you by the... Apparently have the right banner set. Do I have the right banner set? I don't know how I did that, but it did it on its own. Doom and Gloom CGA. Apparently the Christians have something to worry about for AI.
New world order.
All right. Apparently they have an AI-generated Jesus, and it's stirring controversy, pitting faith against tech.
New world order.
At the 300-year-old St. Peter's Chapel in Lucerne, Switzerland, inside this confessional booth is an AI-generated version of Jesus Christ.
Hello, Jesus.
A lifelike avatar on a computer screen, answering questions in real time, offering advice to the faithful based on scripture in over 100 languages.
Yeah, Christians, what y'all got to say about this?
New world order.
All right. Yeah, man, y'all got some bigger problems than old CGA. All right, AI Sky Daddies in the house.
New world order.
Somebody said Skynet versus Sky Daddy. Let's go. We want it. This is what we here for. All right, shit. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's live this shit. This is the end. All right. Why does Jesus look like that? I'm asking. All right, why does he look like that? And Jesus sound like he gay. I mean, let's just say this right now. Jesus sound like he on his tippy toes. The black man is God. Where are these niggas at? All right, the Hebrew Israelites are beside themselves right now. All right, why does he look like he's a Duke shooter? That's blasphemy. But it's the AI version. It's not the real one. Oh my goodness gracious.
Kindness and compassion steer your course.
It's called Deus in Machina, or God in the Machine, and was developed by a Swiss IT expert using OpenAI's GPT-4o. The idea, the Chapel's theologian said, is to explore the limits of human trust in technology.
Many people came to talk with him. There were young people, older people. People really talk with him in a serious way.
The experience comes with instructions and a disclaimer not to share personal information, but the church said most had a positive experience.
Topics like relationship, love, topics like about God. They ask him what to do.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Don't ever accuse me of blaspheming anybody. All right, I'm just showing you.
Está saliendo de control.
The virtual experiment generating debate and controversy worldwide.
This is not sacramental. This truly is just sacrilegious. This is ridiculous.
This is just the start of a big conversation around the role of AI in religion.
The church's theologian says this AI Jesus was never meant to replace a priest, but instead to get people thinking about the digital and the divine.
So what? All right, so
New world order.
predictive programming. They're getting you ready for this. Yikes. Doom and Gloom CGA, the job market, although they say it's getting a little bit hotter, it's still bad for the past year for a lot of people. 40% of job seekers say they haven't had a single interview in this entire year. All right. And as you can see in the stock photography, mostly women. And I know people in this situation, but many people affected Gen Z and young millennials. And this is reported on December 3rd, 2024. So, you know, this isn't an old story and it's not old news waiting on a cold phone to ring or your inbox full of spam to let up. Job seekers are navigating a particularly trying hiring market. In fact, a striking 72% of U.S. adults say that applying for jobs feels like sending a resume into a black hole. Well, you need to talk to someone related to this because, yes, that's exactly what you're doing. And many times the jobs aren't legitimate posts. While the Great Resignation may have seen some employers scrambling to hire qualified workers, the tables have turned, and now many job seekers in the Great Pause are struggling to get hired at all. This is according to some people here. Even so, almost half of the workforce, 45%, report to be more likely to look for jobs in the new year. Since 2022, most Americans are likely to be looking for a career change or looking for a different gig. And it says right here, there's some more down here that I want to read. I'm going to skip all the way down to the bottom. Americans are staring down the barrel of a cold market and giving it their all. Most job seekers, 42%, report applying to 10 or more jobs within the past year. Gen Z is finding that nabbing an entry-level gig is especially trying. This is a bad marketplace for Gen Z, namely because a lot of people are taking steps backwards. So if you're Gen X and you're older millennial, you're taking a step back and you're filling that void, and you're pretty much overqualified and underpaid taking those type of jobs. Or you might be even a overqualified millennial, older millennial, and then you're getting not a job either. You're wanting to take a step back out of desperation to fill the void, and you'll take a 30% haircut, and then all of a sudden you can't even qualify for the lower level entry jobs. Same thing as fast food and shit like that. A report from student job platform Handshake found that much as seeing the number of graduating classes feeling pessimistic about starting their careers.
So I could focus on my career.
And that 49 to 57% in just 1 year feel that way. They're responding to the new job market. You guys get the gist of this entire thing here. I believe, and somebody mentioned this is a lazy approach to job seeking. That's just the number one thing. And I was fortunate enough to use this. I'm going to use some anecdotal data. Most of the jobs that I got in this time frame when I was in my early 20s into my mid to late 20s were almost always network. All right, my network, who you know, not what you know. If I didn't network, I wouldn't have got jobs. I all got my jobs in the coaching industry were almost always connections. Okay. I would say except for one that I got, and that was like a head coaching job by the time I got a head coaching job. But I got people to call on my behalf, and I interviewed, and I didn't get the job. And then the next year, coach resigned, and I got the job. They were like, oh, we should have picked him. All right, type thing. And then I got the job the second time. Didn't work out for me. It was a horrible job, but and I did a horrible job as well. But yeah, man, I mean, network. You got to be able to find the people that you know in the know. You have to find headhunters. You might have to find somebody to help you with your resume and hire them. You might even have to know and make connections while you're in college. People do not intern. This does reflect what the main event topic is. It is not just women, but it is men and women, young men and women. They don't have any proper guidance. All right. They don't have proper guidance on how to approach things. They think you're going to just fire off resumes on monster.com and that you're just going to be able to land a job. You might at one particular point get one of those, but also it is not a buyer's market. It is a seller's market, or it is an employer's market, meaning that a lot of employees are still stuck years in the past believing that they can call the shots. Oh, I want to work remote. I want to work 500 miles from home. I want to work 3 days a week out of 5. That marketplace doesn't exist.
So I could focus on my career.
The last part of it is, you know, entrepreneurship is always an option. And what I would always tell people is, instead of always depending on, because you're always going to change jobs. The days are gone where you're going to be at one job for quite a long time. Then when you get these jobs, it's going to take a year or two for the company to even recoup what you are being trained for, right? So it's going to be difficult for you to hold on to those jobs. It's going to be quite frustrating in the early part. With that being said, there's got to be something that you can do in the interim of these jobs, like have a license. Maybe you can cut hair, braid hair, you know, personal train. There's some things that you can do that you should always have in your back pocket, okay, to be able to do in place of that. And as you will see, is all of the things you're doing at the job is everything that you would do to promote yourself in this side gig, side hustle. We are in a gig economy, flat out. And I don't think people have adapted. All right. People have adapted. They're choosing to be average, mediocre, which is absolutely frustrating to me. I've never had this mindset, although I've been down bad and certainly have been in a marketplace where I wanted a job, but I also was trying to control my own destiny. But a lot of people aren't like that. People are average, mediocre, right? And they don't want to make adaptations or adjust, right? You don't want to get your American name, right? Negroes applying for jobs. Hey, if you're a black male applying for jobs in corporate America, and you better be good. Your resume better be good. And if you put Glocktavius as your name on your resume, you a plumb idiot at this point. DEI is dead. All right. The quotas are going away. So you better compete. And if you're choosing, don't blame me either, man. Y'all be like, man, I shouldn't have to. Ninja, hey, bruh. I don't want to hear it. You want a job? What's your name, Ninja? Toby. You chose to go to get the slave wage job. I didn't do it. I'm just trying to give you some pointers, Ninja. All right. I'm just trying to give you some pointers. If you want to survive in that marketplace, DEI dead. And black men are almost the least likely to get these jobs. Unless you're a gay black dude. Am I not lying? I'm just telling you the truth, bro. Unless you're a gay black guy, it's going to be tough, Glocktavius, Keandre. All right. You put that shit on your resume, you are an idiot. All right. You definitely don't want the job. You better put Sashay Shantae. You better put you as the head of the Rainbow Coalition or some shit if you won't put Keandre on the top of your resume. But y'all don't want to hear it. I'm just trying to give you some secrets. Well, okay. All right. Keep applying for your job. All right. That's Doom and Gloom CGA. Doom and Gloom CGA. Now, I had an all-American name. My name is Greg Adams. That's my real name. I'm one of the only content creators in this space that uses their real name. All right? Most of these people don't use their real name. And then you find out their real name in this space, and it sound like they be like Roger. All right? They names is like weirdo names, like goofy-ass ninja names. All right, so anyway, enough about that. But my name is an all-American name. My mama was smart. She was like, name this ninja a regular name. So when they see my name at the top, they like, oh, gosh, another white bread man. All right, and I come in all tight, sit down. They looking at me like, whoa, wait.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
They walk me into the committee. They were like, Greg Adams is here. I sit down. They looking at my ass like, and I'm looking at their ass like,
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, you thought I was white, didn't you? All right. You thought I was white. Now I'm sitting in front of you. You have to interview me, and I'm going to knock it out of the park. I'm going to knock it out of the park. All right. And then they be like, I like this guy. Smarter than the average bear. Shout out to Paul Mooney. He's smart, actually. I like this one. You do need to fill a quota. All right. He does have a good name here. Maybe he's one of the good ones. Ass ninja. All right. All right. Yo, anyway, it's crazy. Woo. All right. What are we doing here? We're doing some contributions to today's show. That's what we're doing here. All right. Let's see here. Let's go back to the beginning. I got to refresh my screen. Hey, anything to get the yob. Ninja, I'm just trying to get a yob. Shout out to our brother, You Yet, in the building. Appreciate you. And shout out to H Everyday says, at 35, I gave up on them folks giving me a yob. He says, so I invented a yob that pays me between 12 to 15K regardless of the markets. I have no problem working, but I'm not working for a leech or do nothings in the building. Free agent lifestyle for life. Create an opportunity. Creating an opportunity. That's what job is. And fill a void. That's what a job is. And shout out to H Everyday, AI God. I'm laughing. He says, why would God want to be white? He says he's looking down and seeing his white fungus cause more destruction than his brown and tan mold that don't spread beyond the garden he set, but them JUCOs are litty. Shout out to you. The chocolated solution. Funny that you mentioned men can survive in the wild longer than women, yet women survive in a stable world. That's, of course, men have stability or stabilized. That's what you said here. Oh, that we stabilized. There's a good clip. I see that, of course, men have stabilized. Okay, that makes sense. I misread it. All right, so it says, not to get too thumpy here, but Matthew 20, verse 16 does say, so the last shall be first, and the first last. Prophesy CGA. Shout out to you. Yes, indeed.
New world order.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, there's a clip. I see clips all the time. I can't use them all. And there was a clip of a guy essentially saying that. Today we live in a stabilized world. Yet that's why women are thriving and men are not. Because men don't have a purpose. Like, men don't have a purpose. I think most people don't have a purpose. Men don't have a purpose and women don't have a purpose. I think then, because we don't have a purpose, what we do is we try to find something that soothes us, which is relationships. And then we think that the relationship in child producing will be our purpose, which there's something to be said about that. That's not wrong. That's actually true. Now, because the world is stabilized, it benefits more women than men. In many cases, especially doing the menial average tasks that are required of employees. I mean, employees will do typically menial average tasks, and they'll be the first ones to be laid off. Women in this task, they'll trim the fat, and these will be the first jobs to go. But yes, in the stable world, women are survivalists, and they're using survival techniques in mating, job, career orientation, school, etc. Now, that leads them to, when we get to the main event, where do they actually go? All right, then they get to a certain point, they don't know what else to do. I believe we've been dumbed down, to be honest. Today's people, we are lost. We don't know what the hell we're doing. All right, but the funny thing about it is, and I'm going to say this, a lot of us have been told that we live longer. Like they said, we live longer, we're going to live healthier, we have better access to medicine, we can survive through sickness and cold, illness, disease, famine. We can survive through this now. Now, you would have thought, because we live longer, that people would actually work harder and they would sacrifice and they would risk and they would do things in the time they've been granted to live longer. But it's the opposite. I will always tell you, conventional wisdom is opposite. When you think something makes sense and you apply conventional wisdom to it, most of the time people will draw conclusions that are false. Most people are wasting their time now. The extra time they've been given to live on this earth, people are wasting it. Like, what are we doing? We're seeing people failure to launch. Fuck over your 20s. Let's start life in your 30s. You're still a child at 25. Instead of going, hey, we're going to live longer. Let's become wealthier and do more with our time. And they're not doing it. They're bankrupt by 22. Lost, misguided, undecided. And then they don't kick off life until 30. You wasted the years. You wasted the years that you were granted by the miracles of modern science and all of that technology. You wasted it. You sat there and scrolled your phone. You went, you didn't know what to do. So living longer actually has a counter effect. It makes people believe they got time to waste. They didn't get to work. They didn't start their ideals and visions. Most people wasted it and tricked it off and fucked it off. Sad reality, isn't it? Sad reality. Because what was the life expectancy 50, 100 years ago? People lived to 55. Most people were blind, crippled, and crazy at 55. Blind, crippled, and crazy. They just walk in with walkers and canes because they did more laborious labor, physical labor jobs, military. They were breathing in, carcinogens, if you will, cancerous chemicals. All right, most men were beaten down by 55. Right here. Beaten down. Now, because we do jobs that monkeys can do, we just push buttons. All right, we live in health and central air conditioning. What do? We fuck it off. Right? Fuck it off. Life begins at 40. Okay. Sad, isn't it? It is truly sad. The Chocolate Solution says, funny that you mentioned, okay, that was the one I said, but he said Matthew 20. For sure. Rationality says, people can't find jobs because they don't have marketable skills. He says nurses can come out starting at $80,000 a year. PAs and nurses practitioners starting at $130,000. Really? Up to $240,000 a year. Good Lord. And you're working 312s. And he says you can get these jobs and be 100% job proof for the rest of your life in the business of life to death. Ring the bell. However, do people want to do those jobs? People don't want to do those jobs. I heard nursing is particularly difficult job to do. Thank God for the nurses and the doctors out here. But I heard nursing is not an easy job. Like you got to, depending on what type of nurse you are, you got to wipe asses and deal with people in their last years. And it's a very traumatizing. You got to deal with, if you're going in certain fields, ER nurse, you might deal with, preemie babies that die on you all the time. They're born like 1 pound crack babies. And being in a nursing degree field, trying to get the degree is a tough thing. So you've had that time where nurses were coming out, they start nursing and them hoes just go to OnlyFans. All right. They were like, this is too much. The reality is most people don't want to work. Let's just get that out. Most people don't want to work. They don't. And we're getting too comfortable. Like we have access to all of these things and people don't want to work. I mean, I think that's what I think. They don't want to fucking work. They're lazy. Most people don't want to do shit. All right. I say most people are lazy. And there was a guy I played. He said 80% of people are lazy. And I agree. They don't want to do shit. They want to do the easiest job, easiest college major. And they come out, why I ain't making it? And Khalid Cooper says, salute. Shout out to you, Khalid. And we got one more. And then we're going to get to, PayPal logged me out. Hold on for a second. PayPal said they kicked me out of there. Thoughts of becoming a teacher as a secure job. Man, you know what I think about teachers, bruh. Hold up for a second. You know what I think about teachers, man? All right, we had another brother out here just dropped his wallet. All right, hold on for a second. Somebody dropped their wallet. Let me go ahead and go over here real quick. I'm going to tell you about teachers. Shout out to our brother, Jaggy. Says, shout out to Jaggy. He says, got my bonus, coach. Locals view joining and the money mindset soon. All right, I don't know what that means, but I'll give it to you. I think you're going to go. I think you said locals viewer. All right, sometimes this is a little bit. I get it. He says, locals viewer joining the money mindset soon. Long overdue donation for all the content. And that's a sponsorship over there. All right, shout out to you. I'm rich, bitch. All right, shout out to you. And a Jedi says, have a good weekend, coach. And see you on Sundays to talk that good ish that you can only find on Sundays. That's a co-sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. Yeah. And somebody also said that the other thing is that no one's retiring. All right, that's affecting the job marketplace too. My mother's in her 70s, early 70s, all right, early 70s, and she still works. Like she's still working. Now, she's in good health. She's in good shape. She doesn't look like an old 70-year-old, She doesn't look like that. She's in good shape. You wouldn't even know she's 70. You would look at her and be like, she might be 60-something. She looks young for 70. And she's working. Now, she don't work a lot, but she works remote, and she making good money, right? She making good money. She making money that people think you should start off at. She making good money, and she ain't leaving that job. I can tell you, she ain't leaving that job for 5 years, right? Like I said, you're going to die working. Hey, man, look, at the end of the day, you men, if you are these wussified men that think that you're going to work, all right, that you're not going to work, are you going to find the easy route and just coast? Not so. I don't think so. I don't think so, right? But my mom's is 70, and I guarantee you, if she's in good health by 75, she's still going to be doing that job. And it's a 6-figure job. I'm going to just let you know. It's 6 figures. So she ain't going nowhere, bro. She ain't turning that shit down. Right? That's like, I'm telling you. I'm like, she got a good deal, and she don't even work every day. She work like a couple days out of the week. I don't even know the schedule, but it's like 3 or 4 days out of the week. All right, so it is what it is, man. Hey, she like doing it. She been doing that job since I was in high school. So that type of job, that type of career field, since I was in high school. So she ain't leaving that shit. She racking up the money. Right? Yo, it's crazy. And yeah, stay active, stay alive. So older people know that if they stay active, they stay alive. The minute they just sit around, because life is boring, man. Life is boring. Like if you ain't got shit to do or a purpose. So it ain't that much. Hey, man, life is boring as hell. And another thing you'll find out is most people work. So if you stop working, everybody else is at work. And you'll just be sitting there waiting for them to stop working so you can hang out. And it's a long-ass day watching Jerry Springer and Maury and The View and shit like that. It's a long-ass day. All right, anyway. All right, so anyway. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But the boomers are not, the ones that, if they get a remote job, they are working. Dude, boomers, you see boomers everywhere working. Go to Walmart. Boomers are there working their ass off, greeting people. All right, so people got to work, man. No longer, and listen, if you retire today, in 10 years forward, whatever you save for retirement will be not sufficient. So that's why you see boomers working. They probably retired, and then they stopped working, slowed down. They had like $500,000 in their retirement, and they blew through that shit in 2 years, maybe 3. It's called a fixed income. Blue chips over here. Fixed income will fuck you over every time. Because inflation gonna kick their ass. We had massive inflation the last 3 to 5 years. When if they retired in 2018 and I'm like, oh, looking good. Got $750,000 in my retirement. We're good. I got 401k and Social Security. That shit got eaten up. They back at work. All right. It got gobbled up. Not the whole thing, but it got gobbled up fast enough for them to go, oh, I better get back to work. All right, because that Social Security check and they shit went down from $750K to $450K in 3 years. And they was like, oh, shit. And they plan on living another 10 or 15 years in their mind. They're like, they plan on living to 90. If my shit got gobbled up in 3 years. Yep, they was like, I better get back out there. Shit. All right, it's crazy. Inflation hurt boomers, and I will tell you, most boomers didn't make $80K until 30 years into their career. It's much different than today, right? We just start jobs and we want $80K. Most boomers didn't make in the 80s and 90s, going into the 2000s. Boomers were happy if they made 50, 60K. They were happy after 30 years of working. In the 80s, they probably made 40K, and they thought they were rich. In fact, 100K in the 80s is almost 400K in today's money. Let me say it again. 100K in the 80s today is $400,000 today's money. It's close to $400,000. So at 100K, you were fucking a yuppie. You were considered extremely wealthy or headed to wealth. Well, not wealth, but you were definitely considered to rich. 100K, and in the 80s, you were up there. All right, you were making almost, definitely well over $250,000 a year in today's money. So boomers didn't make these 100K, 80K, 70K, 90K. They didn't make that till 30 years into their life, working career. So if they're making that now, they ain't leaving those jobs. All right, they ain't leaving them jobs. All right, they're gonna sit there and work no shit off. All right. Yeah. So they're clogging up the marketplace. All right. Let's get to it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle. I like this part of the show. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Hit the like button for me. Let's get into this one. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a guy up. Oh. We have a ninja here. Take a look at what we got here. Low-hanging fruit. A black guy with definitely a thick white girl, Latina. Take a look at this. I don't know what's going on here. Look at that buttocks. All right, that is wow. And of course, it's a dookie rag nigga. Oh my God. What? Becky.
Oh my God.
Becky, look at her butt. Look at that thing right here. Apparently, he's has something here I can't even see, but that is a very, very odd-shaped woman. That is an overgrown woman, if you ask me. Apparently, the meme is when her jokes aren't funny, but you trying to smash. AKA, I'm paying for it. This is how I pay for it, by fake laughing at a woman that I'm trying to smash for free. And that definitely is a freebie. That definitely is a black man. That's ninja meat right there. That is unbelievable right there. Is this a cartoon, bitch? I guarantee you she got an OnlyFans. She got ninjas paying $2 a month, all right, to try to get to that content, all right? There's a lot of dark meat in between them thighs right there, all right? And look, when her jokes aren't funny, but you trying to smash, yep, ninja bait, pure ninja bait right there. Hey, ninjas, we got to do better. This is your fifth girl in your rotation. This can't be your and are you holding hands with her in public, my ninja? Oh. How does she wipe that thing? You already know. It's got kind of like an elephant. I got to clean that off right there. And look at this ninja acting a pure clown to try to get some of that fat punani. All right. And so there he is right there. All right. And somebody said clogging. She definitely clogs up. What did it say? She definitely clogs toilets at Chipotle. Yes, indeed. That is too much woman right here. That's overboard. That would be a fun 15 minutes. You get a good nut too, I'm telling you. But after you finish, right? After you finish that up, my Lord, it's going to be a lot of sweat in there. Shout out to Glocktavius with his hog. Just not in public, guys. Just not in public. All right, speaking of public here, we got a rapper named 03 Greedo. 03 Greedo, is that his rap name? It says a girl was all over 03 Greedo at a Detroit meet and greet until her man showed up. Let's go ahead and show you the video.
You gonna post him? He's a real
All right, and so you did hear her ask, are you gonna post me? There you go right there. So that's her consent. Remember, the girl's gone wild. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna get posted. All right, but there's 03 Greedo doing some, meet and greet photos. She seems to be consented to be touched.
That's hard. You want one? You do your post. Okay, real close.
All right, so she said, I want it real close. And look at this ninja right here, all right? So she's the one advancing this.
Yeah, that brother Star.
I want it real close. Anybody know of this guy? I never heard of this guy.
Here you go. I want to be real close.
Huh?
Hold the fuck up.
What the hell? Oh my God.
That's a stab in history right there. That's the time.
Oh no, man, my ninja. Oh, poor guy out here. Damn. I hate to see it happen. I hate to see it happen. And OG Greedo is definitely not feeling that. Oh no, goodness. Oh shit.
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
Damn, bruh. That don't even look like a match. That's a mismatch. That is a mismatch. That is definitely the beta male husband. And she said yes, but she was all rubbing her ass cheeks on OG Greedo's sausage. All right,
it's barbecue in there.
And you showed up, still proposed to her. Oh no. Oh my goodness. This is terrible, man. Goodness. OG Greedo. And OG Greedo does not approve. All right. He's like, wow, she's a schizoid. What's going on with these wigs, man? Goodness, I can't do the wigs. Look at OG Greedo like, nigga, is you crazy? Oh, no.
Okay, don't look. No, I got a request. It don't got to be the walk down or something. Y'all better play my shit at y'all wedding. I want you to sing my shit. You gonna post me?
You gonna post me. You gonna post me with another man, and another man just proposed to you. Man. Men are down bad out here. All right, Straggle with Sniggle Theater. Get your Aztecian, Inca, and your Mayan Spanish going on. We're going third world country on you, and we got Espanol. I know a little bit of what she's saying out here, and apparently we have a woman somewhere in the Aztec nation, or the former, or somewhere in the Machu Picchu area of Peru. Apparently she's talking about she has 4 baby daddies, and she's looking for a good stepdaddy. All right.
You big dummy.
Anybody want to passport bros? Is this you?
And that's you.
Somebody was just talking about this, a passport bro, or a guy that wants to be a passport bro. He wants to go to another country and find him a traditional woman. All right. All right, here we go.
Soy madre soltera de 4 hijos y de diferentes padres. Si tú quieres ser el padrastro, bienvenido, pero ya no quiero tener más hijos. Tú tienes que usar el ponchito para no tener hijos. Así es que, bienvenidos, estoy buscando un padrastro. Soy madre soltera de 4 hijos y de diferentes padres. Si tú...
All right, and I heard that. I heard different daddies. I definitely heard different padres. 4 niños with different daddies. She looking for a stepdaddy.
You big dummy.
All right, yeah, Machu Picchu is calling me now. All right, I'm gonna scat. Where's my airline ticket right now? She look like a big gordita. All right, a big gordita. 4 niños. Hey, man, them kids look the same age. All right, boy, she's a breeder. She is a breeder. All right, any more kids? 4 niños, different padres. Okay, and is that a girl? Okay, that is a girl. Boy, boy. I bet you she's about 4'8". She's about 4'8", and I'm not talking about wide. She definitely is wide as she is tall.
Tú quieres ser el padrastro, bienvenido, pero ya no quiero tener más hijos.
And I guarantee you that woman ain't more than 24 years old. All right, that woman has been breeding since 14. All right, that woman is not even 24 years old. She looks young. All right. But anybody, passport bros, anybody, third world country travelers, she looks young too.
Tú tienes que usar el ponchito para no tener hijos. Así es que, bienvenidos, estoy buscando.
All right, come on over, passport bros. That's what she said. Any takers here? Anybody want them? I don't know. KBN? I don't know. Muchos gracias. De donde eres? All right, anyway, let's get to it. Somebody call her Dora. Somebody said Dora. She does look like Dora the Explorer. All right. Backpack. Big back. All right, what are we doing here? We have another woman says the great debate. All right, it's black people. Well, bear with us. Are women getting bolder when it comes to shooting their shot? Or are men just losing their game? All right, interesting conversation here. We do have some traditional people that say men should approach women and women should never approach men. All right, but what do we got here? She says, this woman says, I'm never going to approach a man. All right, you fixing to be single, ma'am.
I'm the type, when I don't know how to date, I don't know how to approach no man, I want you to break in my house and come get me. Tell me you like me. I don't know how to do all that. But with the younger girls, they are like, and some older women too, they be aggressive. They be aggressive. I've looked at my little nephew phone, the girls in his school. I feel like, oh my God, whose daughter is sending him this type of stuff? These girls are aggressive. So I don't necessarily think that's true. I think women now are taking the lead. We are approaching men. We are saying what we like. I'm not, because I don't know how. I'm just awkward. If a man, I like a man, I'm act like I don't like you. The only man I approach publicly is Umar. He's so tired of me. So I don't know what, I wouldn't know the first thing to do. But I feel like a lot of other women have no problem approaching a man or sliding the guy's DMs. Women don't DM y'all and holler at y'all?
Nah. You just see a lot of likes. Y'all are like it's a couple likes, a follow. But like I said, like when you're in person, women give you the eyes. They'll give you a quick, just a little bit longer eye contact.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Just like, that's pretty much what they're going to do here. They're barely just going to look. And they think that's shooting their shot. All right, that's a woman shooting their shot. And then they're like, well, if you don't approach me, that's his loss. I'm like, y'all gonna be single, man, because in my experience, just to let you guys know, because I date monetized, I'm a monetized dating marketplace user. The women are shooting their shot. I almost rarely have to shoot my shot. All right, they own a ninja. All right, they own a ninja. All right, you when you're dating in a certain manner, they own you. All right, they eating. And oh, by the way, people are gonna be like, that's because you paying. Slow down. It's the same women you shooting your shot at. That's what we're not understanding. These are the same women y'all trying to or scared to shoot your shot at. That you getting literally curved. That's the same women you getting curved by. Right? So, all right. We got to remember, we're all in the same ecosystem. It's not like the women are segmented. All right. The women shooting their shot are only doing this to the men that do this. But the women that don't shoot their... No. The women that are shooting their shot are the same women you're cold approaching. Just remember that. They're not different. It's the same. All right. It's the same group of people. But here we go right here. The women that know what they want, they go after it. If you're not who they want, they expect you to approach them. That's the bottom line. And there's someone in between.
That's when it's time you can go speak. Other than that, man, y'all, which I don't mind. I don't mind, but it's the only ones that nasty sixes will approach you, though.
Okay.
Yeah, nasty. Damn, and this woman is a 4. I mean, come on. Nasty. And the way men see it, a nasty 6 is good enough. I mean, this isn't even a nasty 6. Ninja, really dudes are cool with a 4 approaching them, as opposed to him approaching an 8. If a nasty 4 approaches you for sure, they going.
Oh, that's nasty.
Men are not that discriminate when it comes to sex, hookup, culture, and marriage. All right? Men are not. We just proved this along the way. We just proved this. Men do not really discriminate that much. They take what they can get. So while some men have standards, most don't. All right? We just seen this with these two people here. We seen it with this guy here. We seen it with this guy here, even marrying the woman after his, look at this. Ninjas are booking their flight to Peru right now. And then, so yeah, he's right. He is absolutely right. Now, until men get some goddamn standards, which most men don't, it's a different ball game. But we'll talk about that later.
I don't know how they feel about being called a nasty 6.
Nasty 6 is a great thing. It's a such thing as a nasty 8 too. But I mean,
okay. All right. I really think that women do shoot their shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see women shoot their shot all the time.
All the time.
It's just not the same as when men do it.
Where you seeing this?
Women shoot that. They do it differently though. Like you said, they'll like on social media. Right. They'll give you, when a woman is giving you that vibe, where you're sitting there talking to her and she's giving you more energy. You can tell the energy she's giving you. She like you. She's smiling. She here. She up under, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, women do that. They do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little different. And then to say that, are they awkward? You know how many men be awkward to women? For real. You know how many men sit across from a woman in the same room and won't speak to her?
I agree with this guy right here. He's got it. The other guy, the light-skinned dude, don't have it. All right, this guy is absolutely right. And again, if you're not getting your shot at you by women, again, it's going to be different. It's not going to be walk up, hey, how you doing? It's not going to be no game shit. But they sit up under you, they smile, and sometimes they're not interested, but it is what it is. You got to decipher that. But he's right. Women are shooting their shot. They'll do it online. Women love to hide behind their phone. So they'll say what they want to say behind the phone. So, but they're shooting their shot. If you're in a certain marketplace, they definitely are the ones putting itself out there.
And leave and DM her and say, I saw you.
Oh yeah,
that's weird old stuff. Dudes be weird too.
Kiki, is that happening to you?
I said that I used to be the woman, like, approach me, come up to me, let me know you like me. I told y'all, a man approached me in the mall, I almost called the police. It's very weird time. And so I understand why men are hesitant to approach women in public, and they feel a little safer probably sliding in your DM, because then you never know. You might walk up on me and get maced. And
see, damn, that's, bruh. You know, a lot of people really are, just so you can see here, I don't think she's exaggerating, but she just said, I ain't never approaching a man. The man got to approach me. In the same sentence, or at least she put the next paragraph. Now she's calling the police on the guy and macing the guy. I'm not saying you should be worried about that, because those are things that are least likely to happen, but you might get some attitude or some how dare you or whatever you think, or
how dare you.
And look at the person talking. I mean, just consider the source. Ma'am, if closed mouths don't get fed, ma'am. If you don't open your mouth, you ain't getting a damn thing out here. I mean, come on. Look at this. The only dudes that are going to approach her are desperate, starving men. All right, right here. Glocktavius, Keandre, ninjas that want some of that big fat punani. That's it. Ain't nobody taking you seriously. And so then your experience, this is the problem. Her experience is that she's going to deal with no good niggas. And she's going to be like, all these niggas are no good. Ma'am, that's because, listen, look at you. Look at you. I mean, come on. Only no good niggas are going to open their mouth and approach you. And now you got to mace them.
And you was just trying to compliment me.
But, I mean, you was in a mall, though.
I know, but it's just like, he didn't.
There's only like 3 stores left in the mall.
And you shouldn't have been in there.
Scared.
Yeah, he probably didn't mean no harm, though,
and he probably came weird and everything. He probably came from behind you and awkward positioning and everything. It's just, like, I think men and people today are lacking game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up
and I blame social media.
I grew up in the era of game. We ain't had social media sliding DMs. You know what you had? You had a piece of paper, and I had to write my number on your back.
Yeah, hey man, he's right. He's right. But guess what? Unfortunately,
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
Yeah, that unfortunately, we don't live in that time. So we got a new reality. We can't go back. That we done with the 90s. We done with the 90s. So again, people want to say, and I blame social media. But here's the reality. Social media is here. The 90s are gone. All right. I agree. In the 90s, closed mouth didn't get fed. You didn't talk to a woman, or you didn't have send your homeboy up, or you didn't pss, 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 pss. That's all you had. You didn't have an idea of social media. You had to get the numbers, as we used to call it. And you didn't have no pen. You were like, damn, I ain't got no pen. Let me get the numbers. All right, 777-7070. All right, I'm going to remember that shit. Hey, remember that shit. And you forget a number, you fucked. All right, you forget a number, you try to type every number. All right, but that's what it is. And fake numbers. But the 90s are dead, man. Listen, I'm telling you, that shit ain't coming back. Don't think people are just going to be like, all right, cold approach. It's the only thing we got. You still have DMs. You still have internet. You still have online, despite the fact that people say, get offline. It's better offline. Nah, man. All right. So it's good. It's good and cooked. All right, what do we got here? Is this still Straggle and Sniggle Theater? Yeah, it is. All right, we got this woman out here that says, well, I think it's a woman. All right. Definitely looking a little tomboyish in a denim suit. All right, shout out to her. And she definitely looking like she's part of like the culture club, Boy George and shit. And the sort of androgynous, if you believe, might be a little liquor. This is what she has to say about the current relationship between men hating women and women hating men.
I don't think it's not about hating men, but I do hate the construct that is the American male. Their biggest punchline is like, my wife sucks. Yes. Like they like actively, their big comedy is that they hate each other. I don't understand what's going on over there. Like they just don't seem very happy. Like all the men that claim to want girlfriends are online commenting on women's posts being like, fuck you, get back in the kitchen, wish you were dead, can't play soccer for real. And then they're mad because women don't want to date them. And you're like, well, the women can tell that you hate their guts.
Right.
And then you go to their actual thing and it's like, girl dad, believer in Christ, and you're like, well, certainly not.
Yes, literally.
I'm calling the police if the police weren't bad. And they are.
What that mean?
What in the hell is she talking about? What is she, her, they, them talking about? I mean, this liberal all over the place. I mean, she's making sense. There are some guys that want a girlfriend. These modern women, and then they be in the comment section, women can't play soccer. But I get what she's saying there. That's her perspective because she's allegedly a woman. I don't know what to consider this. Masculine voice, chopped, butch hair. I mean, this is a mess. Do you even like men? Does she even like men? I would be shocked. I mean, who's going to, boys, this woman's been Lily licked, all right, a lot. And now the police are bad. Are we defunding the police too? All right, come on. Hi. And last one, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have the clown of all clowns, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. This woman's a clown. She's been exposed to being a quack. All right. So she's running around here saying she's a doctor. She is an alumni of my university, apparently. But I don't know where she got her doctorate degree, and she won't tell you either. I actually was one of the first people to try to find out on her own bio, and it doesn't say. Somebody has done some research, and she a quack. She got her shit from, a doctorate degree from some, half accredited university. She a clown. And the only reason she gets a platform is she's attractive. All right. So this is what this clown, I don't know why anybody listens to her. All right. She's a quack. She is a quack. All right. So here we go right here. She's saying right here, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant assesses. She can't assess shit. All right. Assesses. She not a doctor. If she is, she a quack. She assessing. This is not an assessment. This is woman hate. I mean, male hate that you're going to hear here. She assesses Neo's polyamorous relationship. Quote, you want to be married, but you don't have the discipline. Okay. Yeah. Kaplan University doctor asked Dr. Bryan. She a clown. Let's listen to what she has to say here.
Well, let me ask you a question, what is Neo to you, Dr. B?
He's a womanizer. He cheated on his wife, and that's why she left him. He didn't cheat once. He cheated over and over again. He's a womanizer. And now what he's doing is, as a womanizer, he's gaslighting himself and that wife to make it seem like he wants polyamorous when you never wanted polyamorous from the beginning. You wanted to be married but didn't have the discipline to do it, and your wife left you because she didn't tolerate that. Maybe. And so she pivoted from you, and now you're going and he's making these other women pay for the heartbreak that he caused to himself by saying, I want to be polyamorous.
And this woman's a clown. All right. I don't even know. Are you even married? Wasn't she engaged 5 times and couldn't get one marriage? She got no kids. Who even listens to this quack? All right. This cluck. All right. She a cluck. All right. ICDC ass cluck ass doctor. All right. This is not an assessment. This is basically just pure venom. This is pure man hate.
BS. You want to be married. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the tools to do it. So now you want to make sure you put out into the world, look at me. I want to be polyamorous because I cheated.
This is an assessment by a doctor. Jesus Christ. All right. She is a goofy. All right. Why do people listen to this goofball? All right. This is crazy, man. But she sounds like she's hating. She's not married herself. I think she had even been broken down. She'd been divorced or something. I can't remember. It's a bitter broad. That's what she is right here. She just bitter, and she's attractive to men because they like their mammy. I already disclosed this is why men like older women. She reminds you of your mother, all right? And you would wish your mother was this attractive, all right? But other than this, she offers absolutely nothing but pseudoscience and shit like this. She don't know a damn thing. All right, what she needs to do is
silence, you fool.
All right, she's not offering any professional opinion about it. She's talking about, oh, you did this. I mean, more shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. I would love her and Kevin Samuels to go for it, go at it. All right, Kevin Samuels would destroy her. All right, for real. All right.
No, you failed in your marriage. You're effed up, and that's the problem. Now you need to heal from that.
You're effed up. All right. Is that a doctor's assessment, ma'am? She's a clown. All right. This is a woman that's a clown. I don't know why people give her a platform. I mean, I only know what they do is because she's an attractive older black woman. That's it. But she's scarred. And of course, you need to heal. Is this a proper assessment?
And not have these self-project your pain onto these women about your messed up decision making.
Oh, there it is. You're messed up. How many marriages you got? How many kids you got? 0. Right? Zip. I would rather you fail. It's kind of like, it's better to have loved than to have never loved before. All right. It's better to have money than have never had money. Hey, man, at least attempt to do one right. You ain't got one yet, and you're in your mid-40s. Absolute clown. All right. Anybody listening to this woman needs to really wake up. All right. And what is Neo doing to you? What is he doing to these women that you're objecting by? You literally are a statistic. The women seem to be fine with it. That's what they want to do at this point of their lives, I'm sure. Yeah. They're going to probably play the victim later on with people like you trying to say he's doing something wrong. He's living his best life. He tried to be married. It didn't work. Right?
Okay. No.
Well, let me ask you a question,
Is that Dr. Boyce Watkins too? All right, another one. All right, the black community is a joke to me. I mean, this type of mindset, everybody tells everybody, especially black men, and of course black women might feel that black men always telling them what to do, but they ain't never listen anyway, so it don't matter. But they're always trying to dick police black men. When the data tells us these are the least successful marriages of all times. I mean, there's nobody doing relationships right in that community statistically compared to the normal world. That goddamn Inca that Mayan from Peru doing better than her. Unbelievable, man. Trash opinions around that Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Somebody asked me, you don't like Boyce Watkins, coach. I don't like men. What the hell are you talking about? I like women. Why you mad at me? What, do I have to like Boyce Watkins? I can assess Boyce Watkins, but I don't have to like Boyce Watkins. Why do I have to like another man? I respect him somewhat. I think he's goofy. I think he's one of these East Coast black people that have no real experience in the outside world. Ninja went to a black college, or he went to a predominantly white college and joined the Black Student Union, right? Then moved to a black neighborhood where he thinks the entire nation is black. I mean, these people are just like bizarre to me. Bizarre. I'm like, walk outside, touch grass. You're a small percentage of people in America. All right. And dwindling by the minute. All right. You're losing your people. It's these Philadelphia ass ninjas. All right. These Philadelphia ninjas that don't know nothing but Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, like, walk outside, go to somewhere like in Philadelphia. Please go to Villanova University, or go to goddamn, like, there's another one out there. Go to a university where you'll realize that it's going to be damn near impossible. Right? Go down to Drexel. Go to the campus down there in Drexel, and you'll realize not everybody's black. Right? And it's just a whole bunch of talk. You know what I don't like is all of this talk that I've been hearing for 40 years from this segment of community. What we need to do is we need to unite, and we need to put our money together. Boyce Watkins talks like this. You know, what we need to do is we need to unite, and we need to put our money together. Need to get the Tulsa Fund, and we need to invest, and we need to get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. All right, that's all gook. I've been listening to Ninja saying that for 40 years, and they were saying that 20 years before that. And guess what? Ain't nothing happened. Right? You know, hold on for a second. Boyce Watkins with his foggy ass glasses. he get up there, you know, what we need to do is, you know, as a black people, we live in the diaspora, and we need to get together, and we need to put our money together. We need to pool it together. And then what we'll do is we'll pull all the money together and we'll put together a plan. I'm going to teach the black people the black dollars and black investments. And then what we'll do is we'll black dollars and we'll invest in and reinvest in the communities. And then what we'll do is after we reinvest in the communities, we'll assess where all the money goes. We'll re-educate the young people. And it shut up with that bullshit. Shut up with that bull. And he married a 50-year-old single mother at the top, at the bottom of all that bullshit. All right, this is the Black Power Money Network, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinvest the black dollars into the community to prevent regentrification of the communities. And as we do this, what we'll do is reinvest in the worst buildings in the city. We'll plant crops, and we'll get together and we'll put those dollars together, and then we'll kick those dollars back around to the community, and they'll come back and divest and diverge into the community. And then what we'll do is hey, man.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Nobody want to hear that shit. It's 2025. Ninja, can I buy a car on a house outside the black community? My Lord. He watching me pissed off right now. We'll plant crops into behind the corner store. And then everybody behind the corner store can come get a head of lettuce. Hold on. What we'll do is we'll buy up all the corner stores, and then everybody can live above the corner store, and then we'll plant crops behind the dirt down there, back there, and we'll have a community garden, and you guys can come get a free head of lettuce, and then we'll take those dollars and we reinvest them into a school of my choosing, and then we'll create an education program where we reinvest and reignite the community, and we'll pick up and we'll marry single mothers of 3 children, and we'll become a great nation. Yes, yes. I'll be like, Ninja, what?
Silence, you fool.
All right, I like Dr. Boyce Watkins. Ninja, I'll be watching him like... All right, anyway, man, look. Let's stop, man. Hey, man, we need to all stick together. I respect the guy as a content creator. This ninja ain't upgraded his office one time. He still got that old-ass banner in the back, the flag just laying on the side, like... All right, anyway. All right, yep, better than NyQuil. When I want to go to sleep, I put on a couple of these Manosphere content creator and these ninjas. I'll be asleep. Not one, I won't miss one wink. I don't even need to count sheep watching these YouTubers. Yep, and they pretty much be talking about communism. It's just communism dressed up as black powerism. Shout out to JBW, said did some research on the United Healthcare CEO who was deleted in New York City. He had a net worth of $42 million. Damn.
Y'all ready for this?
Damn, he says right here, I wonder, since he's been CEO, how many people have been denied coverage? Oh, and if you're not on the Money Mindset stream, you missing out. Damn. Hey, $42 million, and he thought he was going to live 40 years and got skitty pop on the street of New York. Man, New York don't play, but insurance, yeah, man. Insurance is one of those things, man. It's getting exposed. And then, I've always been very wary of insurance industries, and they be raking in the dough because, I mean, you got to think, you literally have a program where people pay into, and if they don't use it, the motherfucking company keeps the money. Like, that's crazy. And then if you have a claim, they just be investigating your ass with a microscope, and then they'll be like, well, that didn't count. You're like, all right, but you got $42 million. You didn't just beat up some peace leave. You dominating the world, and then you get clapped and skitty popped in broad day. Ooh, wee. Yo, and man, these insurance CEOs scrambling and scraping for shit right now, man. scrambling and scraping for shit. Shout out to you. And he said, join the money mindset. You missing out if you ain't on the money mindset. My man said, you don't just kill someone. I know. I didn't say you should do it, but I'm going to tell you, man, that's cold-blooded. You die like that? Ugh. That's cold, man. Shout out to you, man. Foxhound says, for you, CGA, been living the free agent lifestyle after a split from my ex-wife almost 2 years ago. Been spending time with a new girl for about a year, and she wants to make it official. I don't mind, but I told her she'd be the main, but not the only one. She was opposed, but I'm not ready to commit to one girl. Was she opposed? You said she was opposed. I don't know if she was opposed, if she was not opposed. Maybe you forgot a word. Was she appalled? She didn't want you to be out here with multiple women. Hey, man, you know, you got to be careful, man. It looks, let me tell you, just review this. Gentlemen, after you divorce, you need some time to recover. And a woman once told me this, a woman in her 50s, she was in her late 40s. She came and sucked a black off of my one day, and she was cool as hell. She was an old freak. All right, and this was when I was in my mid-30s, so she was an older woman to me. But she said, don't date normal women for a long time. She disagreed. So, yeah, I think men that get married and get divorced, you need 5 years. This is just me. And I got into some relationships after I got divorced, and I wasn't healed. All right. I wasn't healed. I didn't know myself. And I made mistakes even with those women. Like, I was trying to force the issue too much because I was used to having at-home punani. I was used to having a woman that I could see right in front of me. And since you're dating, the woman's not in front of you. So as she's opposed to you dating multiple women, she's dating multiple men. So I always say 5 years after you divorce. And if you've been in a lengthy marriage, you need to wait longer than that before you become official, because that's where the mistakes are going to be made. Yeah, man. So you're only been divorced 2 years. You've been dating the girl, it sounds like, a year after your divorce. She wants to move forward and make it official. I think that's too soon. It's way too soon, man. Just give it some time. All right. Give it some time. Give it some time to be fully recovered. And if your divorce was nasty, you need longer time than that. If your divorce was nasty, you need longer time than that. I think I wrote about that in my book, Free Agent Lifestyle, where you need 5 years. 5 years after your divorce before you take any woman seriously. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake. And much of the mistake, it sounds like, is that you don't even want to commit to her. Let's be honest. You don't even want to commit. Right? You said, I'm not ready to commit to one girl. What's the problem? All right? This is you. All right? You're saying you don't want to commit, but she's putting pressure. And the only reason you're going to commit is because she's going to make a concession, or possibly she's putting pressure. Nah, man. Nope. Just relax. Chill out. Tell her, hey, listen, let me tell you one more bit of information. If you let this woman go, it's going to be painful because you might be very drawn into her. The sex might be good. You don't have to wear a condom. She lets you nut in her, right? Like, these are things that you're like, man, like, this has been great. But I'm going to tell you, depending on your age, if you think that this is the only woman you're going to find like this in the next 20, 30 years, you're out of your mind. You're going to find there's going to be tons of these women. There's an abundance of these women. You can always find a woman like this unless you blind, cripple, or crazy. There's a ton of them. Relax. Don't rush. Don't think you can't find another woman like this. I might have thought that too until I cleared my goddamn head. And I could find tons of these women that will want to commit and make it official. This is the easiest thing to do right now. If I wanted a committed relationship right now, I can dial up 10 women right now, and I can have this conversation. Listen to me. You know, I haven't talked to you in a while, and I'm just reminiscing on our past experiences, and something made me think, you know what? You've been the one. You know I ghosted you. I know I did you dirty, but just thinking back on the woman you were and the times that we had, it's just become apparent that I'm just tired of these streets. I'm tired of messing around. I'm tired of going to the clinic and get my dick checked out. You know, it's you. It's been you the entire time. And I just appreciate it. I know I see you on Facebook every week and you putting up memes of these guys and the dating struggles that you've been going through, but it's you. And out of those 10, 8 would be running to me. Easy. And she could be like, yeah, I've been following you too. I've been following you too on social media. Are you still a free agent? You still living the free agent lifestyle? Oh, baby, I gave that up. I don't need the free agent lifestyle no more, baby. You know what? It's been you. You've been a good woman. You were the one the entire time. I'm just thinking back. You are a good woman. You're pretty. You're attractive. You're beautiful. And not only that, you're smart. You're intelligent. And I think we can go the long distance. I think we can go. We gonna make it real, baby. To be real, I will get 8 out of 10 women will be right here at my front motherfucking door. Right here. Just like that, bro. I can pull 8 to 10 women right now. I'll commit to you right now. Let's make it official. Let's go Facebook official. That's the easiest thing I got right now. So, yep, let's be a power couple. I want you. You got your money in your career. You make $70K. I make $11,000. All right, let's put up together. You can move in with me right now into my big palatial estate. You can drive my cars. Man. And most of these women are going to be of the age of 40, 39 to 56. I could pull that shit together in seconds. Right? Overnight, I would have women with their bags at my door. Right? So that's the easiest thing going right now. I mean, commitments are hard for women to come by. And especially if you're a decent guy, you can get that shit overnight. It will be a dumbass mistake, but that's the reality. Right? So I'm not scarcity. I know my commitment is hard for women to get out here. Let me catch up. Shout out to Camster Email. Says, hey, coach, long time. I finally purchased 2 of your books, and I pretty much have had it with the westernized system. As a dual citizen, my children's mother can't restrict my travel. Looking into selling my home and finally leaving these western states of America for a new life abroad. Shout out to you. Why not? Why not? And it sounds like you said your child's mother. Okay. All right. So you're leaving them behind. All right. Here we go right here. Shout out to you. No government name, DMW. Coach preaching facts about the job market. All these liberal arts and history degrees are useless. Highly skilled STEM-related fields will keep you employed, or trades like plumbers and electricians, but ninjas don't want to work. They don't want to work. One of your first mistakes is going to pick an easy college major. You don't realize you're setting yourself back. You're setting yourself behind. I know. I mean, I did it too. So shit, I'm telling you. One of the easy things, one of the worst things you're going to do is pick an easy college major. You're going to fuck off your time and waste your time. You're going to be a useless degree, and then you're going to be working in a job unrelated to that degree. Might as well just throw it away. And you're setting yourself back 5 to 7 years, because as soon as you graduate, the people that got a real degree, they're going to be 5, 10 years ahead of you economically. Then you're going to be working call centers and customer service and shit like that at a auto dealership, jumping around from job to job, working. All right, then the next mistake you're going to do is spend way too much time at one of these goofy ass jobs. And then the next mistake is you're not going to do anything in terms of getting a backup trade or a skill or anything you can do that you're passionate about. Now you're behind 20 years. 20 years you're behind. And then you're going to look at them, and most of the people are going to be privileged and white. And you're going to be like, you're going to make every goddamn excuse in the book for your lazy ass effort in life. Period. Your lazy ass effort in life, and you're going to make every fucking excuse in the book. I mean, my son just got accepted to another college yesterday. That makes 3 in the past 24 hours. All right. And we're going through that process because it was like, all right, aim low. And then we were like, no, man. And then he woke up. He was like, let me try, let me try. We started applying and then bang, bang, boom. And now we look at it as, oh, okay, let's aim a little bit higher. You got it in you. So, I'm teaching him the same thing I'm teaching you. Don't settle for being average. Don't settle for less. Even if you get a yes from these people, don't take it. You got a fat bitch that says, I want you. Just be like, nah, I'll wait. I'm good. Let's resurrect the Simp Enforcer coach. Do you think in order for a man to actually love his kids, he must love the mother, whether y'all are divorced or not? The reason I'm asking, because Charleston White touched on this topic, I don't agree. It would be a benefit, though. It would be a benefit. If you're not divorced and you're married to, you definitely want to exhibit some sort. You want to have a loving relationship for sure. But no, you can love your kids and not love the mother. Period. Anyone that's telling you the opposite, they're telling you some bullshit that is more. You're gonna hear a woman say, "Well, that's required." I played a clip of a woman saying that you can't truly love your kids if you don't love the mother. No, bullshit. That's bullshit. Because I will tell you this, and I want you to remember this. If you have, I'll always say 2 kids, because are you really a parent? If you have 1 kid, you're barely a parent. You're more like a babysitter. But if you have 2 kids, because I have 2 kids, so I'll use myself as an example. I have 2 kids. Then I have me, and I have the child's mother. Which one of them is not related to me? There's only one of those people that are not related to me by familial lineage or blood. Certainly not blood. So that person was an incubator. That person was the person that delivered your child. She's not a relative. Your children are a relative. You're a relative to your children. Your child is related to you. The only thing you're related to her is you're only related to her by sex. That's it. And same for her. That's how she looks at you. You're not a relative. All right. You're a relative through marriage, through legalities, through incubation, but that person is not related to you. So that person you can cut ties with out of all of them, and there would be less consequences as a result. Yeah, she a birth pod. She a incubator. Right? So, yeah. Somebody even said this, no college is necessary. We're getting to that point. All right, college for most people is a waste. The government did a real bang-em-up job sending y'all morons to college getting useless degrees. We're getting to the point where you don't even need college. We're getting to that point. I can't suggest that for everybody, but most of these college majors can disappear and nothing would happen. And by the way, most of these colleges are Marxist, communist shitholes. All right, so most of the professors are Marxists. And how they get you is you got to do continuing ed, or you got to, not continuing ed, general ed. And then you want to go to school to study this. But for the first 2 years, you're meeting Marxist professors in your gender studies, African-American studies, Chicano studies, handicap studies. You're just minding your own business. You got a wet noodle as a brain. Your brain still ain't fully developed. And you go to your math class, and then you go to biology, and then you meet the communists. You got to take history and sociology and anthropology and psychology, and these are liberal Marxists, and then now your head's all distracted by you becoming an activist instead of going to get an education. And then you're like, maybe I should switch to learn my Chicano studies background. You don't need to know that shit. That's your family's job. All right, nobody needs to know that the white man done raped and pillaged. We got it. The colonials raped and pillaged the world. All the way from Samoa to New Zealand, all the way to Africa and America. All right, that's what they did. Do we need 3 years of study for this? We don't. All right, victim studies. We can learn that shit on my own time. All right, they got books for that. Just point me to the syllabus. All right, what books do I need? All right, the rest is history. We need some employees. We need some people earning some money. Right here. Nobody needs to know about the white man going from pillar to post, raping the entire goddamn world. All right, we know this already. That's what they did. All right. All right. Anyway, we figured it out. All right. And that shit is over. Colonialism is dead. All right. Just so you know. All right. Nobody, y'all know so much about y'all history and past and don't know nothing about your future. And you go to these big ass schools, Duke, to study Chicano studies. What an idiot. I don't get, look, you don't need to be a college grad. If you're going to go to Duke and major in gender studies or African American studies, what kind of idiot are you to go to the main university to study that shit? You could have went to a junior college to study that. Right? We're in a globalist society now. The colonials don't matter. New world order. All right, anyway. Yeah, you could watch Tariq Nasheed and get some African American studies, and Dane Calloway to get some Native African American studies, and Dr. Umar to get some African American studies. That old ass education program. But look, Professor Mothballs coming in there to tell you about some black history. I don't think so. I could literally get a plane ticket and get better history from these morons. And it's biased history at that. I'll give you better history lessons than these idiots. All right, anyway. Yeah, they don't teach you history. They teach you propaganda. Y'all come out hating the white man. White people just walking around. They don't even know, getting clobbered and shit. They're like, what's wrong with you? Coming from their STEM class. They coming from a real major. White people coming from real majors, and y'all attacking them for no reason. Your white privilege lets you get into Duke and study STEM. They're like, huh? I was studying anatomy class, and now you're angry. You could have saved yourself 3 years and $80,000 in debt for you to come out and learn how to hate people. Men, women, white men, niggas. All right, don't ever do that. I told my kids, I'll never pay for your college if you ain't going for STEM. All right, you paying for that shit. All right. These goddamn Marxists are out of control. Shout out to our brother 007 MIB CGA. Shout out to you. I personally thank you for your knowledge, wisdom, and humor. You are doing more for men than many realize. Keep motivating the 1%ers and trigger the rest. Shout out to the bourgeoisie in the building. New world order. 100%. And government name E. No government name E. He says, great show, coach. Much respect. At work listening. Quick question. What does it mean when a woman tells you she likes a man with self-control? I have a single mother following me around complaining about men she says have no self-control. Essentially meaning you want another woman. That's what Dr. Clown, what's her name? Dr. Clown Bryant was talking about. When a woman says self-control, she means you want access to multiple vaginas. Now, you can be monogamous people. Shout out to my monogamous people. If you're monogamous, shout out to you. I'm not trying to change you. But what that means is she will have control over your Johnson. And so that when she's not away, you're not going to penetrate another woman at will. That's all she's talking about. That's all they're talking about. It's to me, if you're monogamous and she's monogamous, it makes sense. But for the most part, she's wanting you to be monogamous and her just do the bare minimum. That's all. Right. These men got to practice self-control, which I agree. De-discipline is key. But for her, she's the beneficiary of it. If I tell you to practice de-discipline, I'm not the beneficiary of it. I'm looking out for your best interest. She's not. She's not looking out for your best interest. All right, she's looking out for her own self-interest. So she wants you to commit to her and then practice self-control. For what? You have to ask for what? What are you giving me? Because there's women out here that literally will be in a relationship with you and you'll see her 2 times a week. Like, I want you to think about that. To me, that is an absolutely ridiculous proposition. You're in a relationship with her. You will physically see her twice a week. Like, that's her own doing because she's busy. She got other responsibilities, which is one of the negatives of older women. They just have so much on their plate. They might have other man's kids. They might have career goals and ambitions. They also might have job responsibility. They might have an education that they're pursuing late in their life. They might be trying to pay off debts. They might be delivering Uber Eats on the side. They might have big family responsibilities that they need to attend to, right, with their extended family. They might have whole culture. They might have church. And so you will get with a woman like this, and she'll be 40 years old, all this shit on her plate, going absolutely nowhere, completely distracted in life. And then she'll want to see your monkey ass 2 days a week. And then not Snapchat. She'll want to Zoom and Skype and the other days and sit up there on the other days and text you all fucking night until you go to sleep. Then she wants you to exercise dick discipline because you're in a committed relationship. I'm like, no, baby. If I see you less than 2 days a week, I have other women lined up. You are not the only woman that you possibly cannot be. And then we just sitting up caking on each other all night. What are you doing? And what are you doing? Well, I'm just putting the kids to bed and typing a term paper. And I got to get some muffins for my son's school. And then I got a party with my niece. I got to go buy gifts from Target. This is what y'all texting on the days you don't see each other all night. Oh, what are you watching? Oh, I'm watching this program. Is it funny? Is it good? Man, get the fuck out of here. If I don't see you, we don't talk. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. That's how I do that shit. Bro, you ain't here. You ain't here. Right here. And yep, she's texting multiple other dudes the same goddamn shit. Right? Too busy to see people in person. She got a custody schedule that you can't see her and you see each other 2 days a week and you guys call this a relationship. This is not a relationship. She's in my damn concubine. You're one of the women that I see. All right. If I don't see your ass more than 5 days in a week, you're one of the women that I see. Like, yeah. That's one. But other than that, she mate guarding you with their phone. All right, meaning that if you don't respond back to her, she's going to be like, where were you and what were you doing? Bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't got no, I'm exercising no self-discipline right now or control. All right, so anyway, be quiet. Let's get to it. It's the evil world we live in because I got to wrap it up in 2 hours. All right, here we go right here so we can see if we can get to it. It's an evil world we live in. These are just my philosophies. You don't have to agree with it, but some of y'all ninjas is giving up the ghost way too damn easy.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right. Yeah, did you watch anything today? What did you do today? Where are you going? All right. Oh, you know what? And listen, some of you guys, this is how stupid you are. You tell her your whole damn day. Oh, yeah, now the young people share locations. Idiots. Or can you share your location so I see where you're doing? Bitch, you ain't here. I don't need to share my location with you, but this is what you do. All right. How was your day? Oh, my day was good. I went to Target, picked up some Fruit of the Loom draws. Then I ran over to Chipotle and picked up a burrito. Then I ate it. Then I went over there to the gym, got me a workout in, and then I took a shower. Y'all didn't just give the whole goddamn play-by-play of your day. What? What's wrong with you guys? You guys are weak sauce. She don't need to know all that information. Can I see you today? Nah, I can't see you today. I might be able to see you later because I'm going to the gun range. Then I'm picking up my cousin from the airport. Then we going to go to 7-Eleven. And then... No. Yep, I went to Home Depot. Then I went to work and I came home. And then I was starting on my project. No, bro. This is weak shit. She don't need to know none of that info. None. Then I went to go look at a car. Then I went to, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to show her you ain't fucking around on her, right? Because you're committed to her. So you're trying to give her a little bit of safety and security of information. But the more information you giving her, it don't help. Nope, don't do this. Yep, just dry snitching. And why did you go there? Oh, by the way, she remembers every detail you told her. That's why no information is the best information, because she remembers everything you told. Now, us, we don't remember anything she told us. You'd be like, we didn't even read it. We just skimmed over it. Okay, whatever. She ain't dropping off no punani, so I don't care. But she remembers everything that you said. So now when you see each other, she gonna quiz you on this shit and see if there's holes in the story. She gonna quiz you on this shit. I thought you said you went to the gym on Tuesday. Huh? I thought you said you went to the gym on Tuesday. You said you got your car washed on Tuesday. You didn't tell me that. You said you went to the gym, then you went to Home Depot, then you went home. I think that was Tuesday. I did go to the gym. I just didn't say it. I left that out. Well, why did you leave that out? Especially if you dating a Latina. All right, she gonna track all of that shit. She gonna remember all of that. This is why I tell you, I'm the Bruce Wayne of this ish.
New world order.
I'm the Bruce Wayne. No information is the best information. Right here. No information is the best information because you know you went to got some pussy in between all this. And you done forgot your lie. You done forgot your lie. You done forgot your lie. But she ain't forget because you gave her info. Be Bruce Wayne.
New world order.
And then just that are not used to dating Latinas. You date a Latina, this is your life. This is your life. A Latina remembers everything. And she's tracking you. She doesn't trust you. And she is trying to find out if you are a cheating ass ninja, which you are. But what you need to make sure is while you doing your dirt all by your lonely, don't give her no information. The Bruce Wayne of this is
new world order.
Yep, loose lips sink ships. All right, no information is the best information. How was your day? Good. How was yours? Great. That sounds good. And then ghost. All right.
New world order.
All right, I'll catch up with you later. You don't have to say I'll catch up with you later. I'm doing this. You just say I'll catch up with you later. That's it. End the convo. All right. He says Michael Knight a Knight Rider too. Yeah, man, bruh. You guys can take on that persona, but I'm the Bruce Wayne of this ish.
New world order.
I'm the Bruce Wayne of this ish. For real, bruh. It's not just a nickname. I am mysterious. I just float around. Unless you're in front of me, you don't exist. All right. Yes, indeed. Women remember everything. So be careful out here. Whatever you tell them, they are, even if they have multiple guys and cheating on you, they still remember everything you told them. It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right. So here we go right here. This is not cool. Take a look at this. This is the type of stuff that women do and they think is funny to men. And then when men, when men drop the elbow on them like Macho Man, he was abusive. So let's take you to this video.
No!
Here, let me fix it for you.
Why would you do that? What if I took that and I cut your hair off?
I told you I didn't like your beard.
Why would you do that? I told you, oh my gosh, I told you it's not funny. If I took that and cut your hair,
You better not.
it would be abuse or something, but you do it to me and it's fine. You keep doing all this crap to me. This was the surprise you were telling me about? Babe, it took me 2 years. Babe, I am shaking right now. I can't believe you did that. If I did it to you, it would be all messed up. It would be mean, right? But you do it to me and it's fine.
Your beard will grow back. It looks better without it. I mean, right now it looks kind of crazy.
No. It's not funny.
All right. And so have anybody been in these situations here? These are performances that they're doing here, but these, women will do shit like this and think it's funny. I'm going to cut off his beard. And then all of a sudden, I told you I didn't like the beard. Well, ma'am, you got purple and pink and green hair. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, I didn't like the fact that you were fat. I didn't buy you a treadmill. But these things happen in real relationships. These things are not abnormal things. This is meant to relate to you in many ways. And so, yes, if you yell, scream, it was abusive. It was just a beard. It'll grow back. That's what she said. It'll grow back. Well, what if I did it to you? What you don't understand is If you do it to her, you going to jail. You going to marriage counseling. You getting a divorce. You, on the other hand, men tend to let women get away with just even the most modest of these jokes. And I'll make it simple for the It's a Skit ninjas. When women do talk about men, they'll talk about you and they will literally throw shots at you. And then they'll say, I'm just joking. Can't you take a joke? How many of us dealt with that? They'll have an honest critique about you as an individual. They will say it passively, aggressively. Then they'll make it a joke. And then when you get triggered, they'll say it's just a joke. That's an example of the same type of thing, which is this is massive amount of either abuse or she's trying to sideway, trying to make her point. And then she made her point and said you couldn't handle it. Now, on the other hand, when you say something like that to her or you clap back and she goes to the room and she's in tears, well, now you're abusive. All right. Now you're abusive. You can't take a joke. You can't take a punch. Why did you have to hit me back and twist my titty nipple and give me the purple nurple? When I was at high school, that happened to me. Girl used to come up and I can't tell you who she was, but she was a senior. I was a sophomore. And she was well known on the campus. She was literally well known in the state because she was an all-state basketball player. And she went D1. And everybody knew who she was. But for some reason, she would come up to me. I think she had a little crush on me or whatever the fuck. She would come up and twist my nipple and give me the purple nurple and shit. And so I would be like, but we were cool. So I'd be like, but she would just walk up to me with one of her friends and then just be like, you know, high school shit. So guess what I did? I gave her the purple nurple. I gave her the fucking purple nurple. I was like, you gonna squeeze my nipple. This is about the 11th time you squeeze my nipple. Purple nurple for you. I gave her with the purple nurple. Oh, she was pissed. She was pissed. It changed our entire relationship. Right? She was like, she hit me with the, wait.
How dare you?
She was pissed. She would see me in the hall. She was like completely disappointed in me. She was like, she was all violated and shit. I was like, bruh. I was like, man, you can't be running up on me. Why is it okay for you to give me the purple nurple? So I reached up, purple nurple for you. All right, anyway, titty twister, pulled it out like the bop it. Did the whole bop it, slap it, bop it, twist it. All right, I was like, shit. All right.
How dare you?
So I was like, it is what it is. We end up making it up. All right, we end up making up after that. But it changed everything. She stopped twisting my titty nipple. That's why I tell you that. She stopped twisting my nipple in the hallway. All right, so anyway. All right, she stopped twisting my nipple in the hallway. She figured out real quick. All right, this ninja will titty twist back. All right, he ain't playing. Flick it, twist it, bop it, slap it. That's what I did. And she stopped twisting my nipple. That's what. All right. So at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, you can't take a nipple twist? The fuck's going on with you? All right. You done twisted mine 50 times. I'm walking around when I see your ass like this. I'm walking around like this when I see your ass. Now I was like, now you walking around holding your titties. How does that feel? All right. Anyway. All right, she was wet for me. I'm telling you, she wanted me to beat the peace leave up. But, you know, when you're in high school, you don't know how to say shit. You know, women don't got no game. They don't know how to be like, I like you. So she had to learn the hard way. She didn't tell on me neither, all right, because she liked me. That's what it was. She just didn't know how to say it. All right, and that was one of those instances, the Patrick Mahomes shit, where I was like a young sophomore and she was a senior. She was well known, too. Like, she was a popular person on campus. She kept running on me. I was like, yo. All right, this is the evil world we live in. We have a guy getting rejected because he doesn't skydive. All right, interesting subject matter. We'll see here. Rejected because he doesn't want to skydive.
Just a very spontaneous, adventurous person. I went skydiving in the summertime. I had a blast. So something I see with my future partner is just something that we can just be spontaneous and adventurous together. I would love to go skydiving again.
You could do all that.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I want to share my experiences with my partner.
I feel you.
Oh, man. Woo-wee. I mean, these women ain't bad looking either, but I want to share my experiences with my partner. Ladies, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but that partnership is whack. All right. And so he doesn't want to go skydiving. He said, that's good for you, but I ain't going. All right, we got a mulatto.
You know, wanting to go skydiving and stuff like that. And then you're like, oh, well, you can do that, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. They're expressing, you know, how that's something they like to do, like the quality time of doing that with their partner, the experience with their partner, but still it's kind of like a
partner.
Okay, they ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's kind of like in further arguments, if there's something that we have to compromise on or I want to feel supported with and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, if you don't want to, then how are we going to meet middle ground?
If you want to hop out of a plane, that's on you. You know, I'll be right there at the bottom. I'm not doing that. I don't have to do what you do to support you. You understand what I'm saying? That's just y'all just stuck on the skydiving thing. Y'all tripping. You know.
And this guy's, I mean, listen, they're really rejecting him over the skydive. He doesn't sound adventurous or spontaneous, and we want to share this with you. They literally try to push this ninja off a plane. All right, and he don't want to go off a plane, and they're really like, well, you're rejected. I want my partner to share in my experiences. Partner is some wiggity wiggity whack shit. All right, these women they deserve to be single, and he's like, I ain't jumping out the plane.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like outside of skydive, because it's like skydiving is like the number one thing that I'm not doing. But everything else I'm open to.
All right, he set a boundary. That's a boundary. I'm open to everything else. I'll adventurous, but I'm not skydiving. All right, chill. And they popped the balloon on him.
My name is Lunica. I'm 27.
All right, she's a good-looking woman.
And Lunica.
Ludicrous?
Lunica. Lunica.
My bad.
I used to get that a lot as a kid. Oh no.
You want to skydive too?
I would. It's not on top of the list. Lunica, why'd you end up popping your balloon? I feel you seem like a argumentative person.
I'm just a very spontaneous, adventurous person. I went skydiving in the summertime.
All right, my goodness, man, this is look, and he's tall and he's built like a linebacker. He's tall, light skinned, whatever you guys think is gonna win. All right, and they're still rejecting him. They're rejecting him. Nah, you argumentative. I said a boundary is argumentative. Does he sound argumentative? He sound like he was kind of cool and relaxed and chill. And they're like, you're argumentative. I didn't hear the other part of the show, so it's just a clip. That's all I'm basing it off of. Argumentative. He's not spontaneous or adventurous. And he doesn't want to skydive, so no, he doesn't support his partner. And by the way, I guarantee you, any one of these women that went skydiving, they didn't pay for it. All right? They had their sugar daddy or their white zaddy or whoever their boyfriend, fiance, or was who they failed to marry, pay for the skydiving. All right. And to me, just to be honest with you, these are leftover women. I'm sorry. I know, man. I know. I date a certain type of woman. These are leftovers. I mean, these are old, washed up women past their prime and shit like that. Except the woman next to her, I can see she's a nice little petite thing. She has the arm tattoo. She might be Polynesian. But the rest of these are skeezers. Repackaged skeezers. I mean, it's just me. I mean, but I'm just describing them.
I had a blast. So something I see with my future partner is just...
Your future partner. What about your past partners?
Something that we can just be spontaneous and adventurous together. I would love to go skydiving again.
I have to go to work.
You can do all that.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I want to share my experiences with my partner.
I feel
Partner.
You know, wanting to go.
You guys need to reject this partnership. You guys need to be open and reject the partnership like women reject the word wife. There's women out here rejecting the word wife. You need to reject partner. As soon as you hear partner, you need to correct them. No, girlfriend. All right, my lady. Mine. My girl. That's what you need to do. As soon as you, no, girlfriend. All right, whatever it is, if you're a fiance, all right, wife. All right, because they're using it and you think they're using it in place of girlfriend, spouse, wife. It's not. It's a whole different relationship in which you got no power and she got more power than she actually deserves. All right, that's basically what they're doing.
Skydiving and stuff like that, and then you're like, oh well, you can do that and that ain't got nothing to do with me. They're expressing, you know, how that's something they like to do, like the quality time of doing that with their partner, the experience with their partner. But
yeah, you need to reject that. The Nile little chocolate piece is way better looking than this light skin piece over there. I know. Yeah. All right, you need to reject that openly. Because, yeah, it's just fake equality. It's their way of equalizing themselves no matter what the condition is. Whether you pay 100% of the bills and she pays 0. And then she'll still call you a partner. I've heard that shit. I'm like, what? That's not a partnership. A partnership is somewhat equalized in equity. That's not a partner. All right, come on, man. They're just using girlfriend and partner interchangeably, and it's really going to fuck you up. All right, so here we go. We have It's an Evil World we live in out here.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, and partner comes from the gay community, just so you guys know. All right, the word partner comes from the gay community. They were the ones that used it first. And by the way, everybody has backed this up. This is not a reach. The word partner comes from the gay community, and women have adopted it. They're somewhat friendly or allies, has an allegiance to this group more than men do, and it's come directly from their verbiage. All right, it's Reading Rainbow, LGBTQIA, silent P marketing, all right, that they're trying to put on you. Let's continue. We have this right here, predictive programming. This is a TV show. Apparently the show is accused. More predictive programming. The future is here.
Is that a coffin?
It's a present. Open it. The code is our anniversary. It's a robot.
For what?
Intimacy.
You mean for sex?
Mm-hmm.
You bought me a sex robot for our anniversary?
Yeah, well, Lila, she needed subjects for a trial that they're doing for FDA clearance. And you and I are out of sync, so I thought maybe...
You thought you'd get me a mechanical sex surrogate without asking my permission?
Well, you would have said no.
Because it's insane. And insulting. Listen.
Yeah, that brother's starving. Yes, sir.
I may be Megan Newman's house husband, but I'm pretty sure I still have some rights.
I thought this would be fun.
Wow. Sailing the Amalfi Coast is fun.
Man, dude, men are the new women. So now this show has got a house husband, and the dominant wife has got him a sex robot to do in place of her. Woo-wee. All right, man, it's getting bad out here. All right, it's getting bad.
Or playing poker. Or surfing. But outsourcing our sex life to a machine because you don't want to sleep with me?
No, that is... Okay, dumb idea. Clearly. I am overworked and I'm guilty.
All right, yep, there it is. You're guilty of what? You're cheating.
So I thought, why not?
Because I want you. Not a robot.
Man, men are the new women. Men are the new women, man. Look, the whole dynamics is flipped. Like, this would be a script in the 80s that literally would be the woman would be where Luke Cage is. And the man, this is terrible, bruh. We in trouble. We are in trouble.
Hey.
Hey, boss, you out?
Yeah. I ran to my house for a few minutes.
We can wait.
No. It's okay. I'll be there in 20.
Great, bye.
Well, I gotta get back to the office to preview this presentation.
Tell your sister to come pick it up in the morning.
Okay, all right. I can't play this. All right, tell the sister to pick up the robot in the morning. So what do you think happened? And my stream's gonna get blocked for playing this clip, so I'll have to wait for this clip to come out. I'll remove this part of the clip, and then you'll see it with no. If you're watching this, you don't know why you can't see the live chat. It's because the stream is gonna get blocked for playing this clip. I'm taking a risk. All right, what do you think happened here? Apparently, this happened in the episode right here.
Hello, John. I am touch activated, although I'm only synced to you. It's nice to meet you, John.
Amazing.
Feels like real skin, doesn't it? It's a bioengineered matrix of silicone and collagen, heated to 98.7 by my internal thermostat. Hold it a little longer. It'll help me get to know you, what you want, and when.
I'm measuring my somatic responses.
You're intrigued.
Can you read my mind too?
No. But I can read your face.
This is crazy.
Which allows me to adjust to your preferences in real time.
What are you learning?
Your skin temperature and heart rate are elevated. Your respiration is accelerating.
Meaning what?
You're aroused. You didn't want to hear that. Humans don't always want answers to their questions. I need to remember that.
You don't need to remember anything. I'm sending you back to Humanix.
May I look around?
Megan?
Sorry, Vince, let me call you back. Hi, I saw the robot downstairs. I told them to come pick it up this morning.
They did come. I changed my mind.
Wow. Did you?
Yeah.
Ninja. We
New world order.
We're it's
New world order.
give it 5 to 10 years. He clapped the robot's cheeks. He went there. He says, I need the ling. Oh no. And of course, listen, there's a movie that had Megan Fox in it. It was released not too long ago. Same thing happened. His wife was in the hospital. He had a robot made, and then he clapped the robot's cheeks. Wow, man, look. And she gave him that blue light special. Oh, no.
How was it?
Are you sure you want to talk about this?
I am so curious.
It was good. Different from you, but it was good.
Well, I'm glad.
Don't worry, I won't be bothering you tonight. Eve wore me out.
Oh, ladies, y'all in trouble out here. You waiting for men to cold approach you. Just wait till they get them a Eve robot. Apparently, unfortunately, this is December 5th, 2024. Meet Clone Alpha, a humanoid robot built with synthetic organs and artificial muscles. We're not that far. Clone Robotics has officially unveiled its full humanoid robot, Clone Alpha, and started accepting pre-orders for its first production unit. It says, with synthetic organ systems, that means a vagina. Designed to mimic the human body, Clone Alpha aims to set itself apart in the competitive humanoid robot marketplace. You got to wash your punani out, though. It says right here, Clone Alpha is taking pre-orders for the first 279 production units of its humanoid robot. Clone Alpha features synthetic organ systems, including skeletal, muscular, vascular, and nervous system. And punani. All right, and the punani. Don't forget the punani gonna be on there.
I smell pussy.
All right, the company has yet to showcase Clone Alpha in action, and skepticism remains until we see real-world proof of its capabilities. Oh, man. It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in. Oh, man. This used to be a joke in this space. This used to be a joke. The joke is no longer a joke. All right, it's here. It's here. All right, my goodness. And they have the movies to predict the programming to actually show you that it's here. All right, ladies, y'all better tighten up. Goodness gracious. Gen Alpha gonna be on this, man. Oh my goodness. With the loneliness male epidemic, 100%. All right, shout out to the bare minimum here that we're gonna do here, and then we'll get the super chats in the main event. All right, who would get a robot? All right, who's gonna get one? All right, I don't want to even do a poll because this is gonna be an evil, nasty world we are in. Oh my goodness. And by the way, every one of these movies that I've seen has never ended well. Just so you guys know, it has always ended in the dumpster fire. All right, any one of these movies that have had an AI or a robot has always ended well. I'm sorry, it has never ended well. I mean, it ended in a catastrophe. Ex Machina, the Megan Fox movie, this particular show, it's never gonna end well. Right? Can they get pregnant? They're just gonna have a rotation of robots: a Latina, a Ling Ling, a black woman, and a snow bunny. A snow bunny.
Where the white women at?
Oh man, now y'all want to go to work and get you a robot here. All right, bare minimum. Let's look at this clip right here. This is a guy right here saying what things should cost. And let me know if you agree with this guy.
This is the men's side. This is what we need.
So it looks like he has on the woman's side what women need, and it looked like hair. It was the Zoe package.
Hair, makeup, esthetician, facials, vagina waxing, everything. That is all independent.
Head. You know how much that costs? $0, huh? Are you following me? Let me break this down. Coaching. You know how much that costs? $0. Oh man, we getting down this deep. Let me see. Hold on, wait. You see what that say? I'm sorry. You know how much it costs to get that? $0. Hold on, wait. Let me give you one more just to make sure. Baby, you was right. You know how much that cost? You ain't gonna believe how much that cost. $0. And I would spell accountability up here, but I don't want to look stupid. I'm gonna try to do it anyway.
Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Let's see if he gets it right. Just say, just shorten it up.
Accountability.
That's
you
good.
know how much that costs to take accountability? $0. Baby, what I'm trying to tell y'all is to keep us don't cost you nothing, and you can't even do that.
All right, there it is. To keep you cost us will cost her nothing. All right, so the women have needs of survival, and then the survival for the man tends to be centered around feelings and women's pleasure. All right, head $0, coochie $0. A freebie ass ninja. This is definitely a freebie ass guy. All right, this is what he assumes should be free. I'm sorry. Well, women don't have a sorry. I don't have the baby. You was right. According to Steve Harvey, you're never going to get that. Accountability, we know that's not there. All right, so these things are not going to be expected at all. Coochie, $0. Coochie costs $0. It costs $0 for the woman to give you. That's for sure. So he's right on that. It costs $0 for her to give it to you. Meaning, I mean, there is a cost to it, but I get it. All right, then he said head for her to drop that neck.
It's barbecue in there.
For her to drop that neck, it should be costing her $0. She should want to do it. But the problem is, all right, the problem is a lot of guys don't realize that there's a cost to that as well. So they're trying to figure out how to navigate relationships and get this type of cooperation. When you're coming in and you're not to have a leverage position, you got to ask for those things, and you got to ask her to give it to you back for free in exchange for, what did he say? Nails, hair, food, etc. So he's paying a financial cost, but he wants her to pay the physical cost, take an L on the physical cost. Right? You know, I just don't agree with this. I get what he's saying. A lot of guys will agree with this, but this is not how relationships work. Not with American women, okay? Right? Not with American women, and not in even real relationships. So it doesn't cost her to give you any sex. Yes, but for you to get it, it probably costs you whatever was on the other side, the left side, or some form of fashion or some time. All right. When you get into more committed relationships, it is proven that women will do less fellatio. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Coitus. Which one is it? All right. They're going to do less of it. All right. They're not going to do more of it. When you get in relationships, and in fact, there used to be a joke when a woman gets a wedding ring, that means she no longer has to suck on your little, you know what I mean?
It's barbecue in there.
So I just think men are approaching relationships in a way where they're expecting women to give, and then you have minimal investment. You have minimal investment. It's crazy. All right, so that brings me to the next point. Fellatio, shout out to you. Can I say that on?
It's barbecue in there.
Can I say that on YouTube? It is proven. He's saying there's a cost that it costs the women nothing to give, but sometimes they don't even want to do it. That's what the man is saying. Yeah, that's when the man is paying. Okay, got it. I agree and disagree. All right, so I think both can be right. So he's wanting her. Yeah, it costs her to give him head. It costs her nothing to give him head. It costs her nothing to give him coochie. So she should be wanting to do it. Well, again, I'm going to just say this again. What we know about relationships is that the men that women settle down for, those men get less enthusiastic sex. It is not always, it's more likely the case. Which means, in effect, you got to understand that going in. You're not there for sex. In fact, she didn't even get into a relationship with you for sex. She got into a relationship with you because maybe you're a provider, or maybe maybe you like to cuddle, or you listen to her. You make her feel good. You take her out on dates. She's hoping that you don't, listen, when you lead off in relationships, if you lead into a relationship, this is why Alan Roger Curry was right about Mode 1. When you lead a relationship and you put sex on the back burner as a man, she is going to put sex on the back burner for you. So you took her out on what? Meeting, coffee date, fair and festival, date number 1, date number 2, number 3. You waited. You had to ask her to touch and suck your peen. Or you let her get away with not sucking on you and you just jibbed on her. And you jibbed and nutted. And she never had to drop that neck. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to assume that that's not what you want. And if she likes you, she's going to get into a relationship with you, and you put sex on the back burner. You made it less important. You made it important to like her and discover her and get to know her. And you're this guy right here. You're this guy you're this guy. So she wants to have sex with the guy named 03 Greedo. That's who she wants to have sex with, and she will give it to him right off the rip. But you, on the other hand, are this guy. And I guarantee you she does not drop that neck.
It's barbecue in there.
She ain't going to drop that neck. You put it on the back burner. You did not prioritize it. You did not demand it. You did not tell her you ain't doing it well. You didn't say you need to do this every time. So now you're complaining about it, thinking that some way she's going to come up and want to do it excitedly. She's not going to want to. 9 times out of 10, she's not going to do it. You let her get away with it way too long. She doesn't want to do that with you. She sees you as different. Let me just switch it so the man can understand. You know that there's some women out here that you can get, that you can just literally grab her by the forehead and just finish right on her forehead, right? You don't care about her. You really don't have any particular liking. You just want to have some fun. You just going to grab it and say, stay right there. And then, bah, right on her forehead. Now, the woman that you actually like, that you're in a committed relationship with, that you live with, that you have children with, do you do that to her? Do you do that to her? Do you just grab her by the forehead and be like, stand still, rah, and then just leave the house and go to sleep and roll over, or tell her to leave and tell her to get her own fucking washcloth? Do you do that? Most people don't. Most people don't do that to their wife, their steady girlfriend, their fiance. You don't treat her like that in the bedroom, because men don't do that, because that's a different type of woman. And then guess what? She might want that, or she might even request that, or you might feel, and you're going to be like, nah, I don't want to do that to you. All right. If you tried to, she'd be like, don't do that to me. All right. But if she was hooking up with Chad or Tyrone or 03 Greedo, she would let him raw right on her forehead. See, it's a difference. It's a difference on how you see each other in a relationship. Some skeezer, you would do it and not even think twice. Your girlfriend, your wife, I can't do my wife like that. Defile my wife. She might want it, but that's not something you're going to do. She might have to ask for that. I want you to go on my forehead. Oh, really? You want that? Okay, now you know. Now she's got to ask. Right? So anyway, it is what it is. Women look at men. You heard the woman. I played several clips of women saying this. If a guy, she knows is never going to commit, she's like, I know he's never going to commit to me, so therefore, I'll let him hit it on the first night. But a guy she thinks is going to commit to her, she will make wait for sex. And you're like, why do women think that way? Guys, listen, we just here to understand. We're not trying to learn why in particular. We know that women can have that thought process. Okay, he's really not committed relationship. I met him at the bar. I'm going to let him hit. First night. But you, on the other hand, I see him as different. I think I can stretch this shit out. I think I can get a couple more dates. That's what she does. She gets a couple more dates. And then you so dumb, you commit to her. I think we could go the long distance. Guess what? You didn't make her suck your dick. You didn't make her lick you between your butt crack. You didn't make her toss the salad. You didn't make her grab her ankles. You cuddled and gave her the ooh, ah. You didn't try to boot it up the Duke chute, nothing. She didn't spit on it. She didn't hock to her. And guess what? You're the nice guy. You're going to wait. And she ain't going to drop that neck or nothing. If she does, it's going to be some lazy ass shit. That's exactly what's happening. So then you're negotiating. This is what I call negotiating, because this is the bargaining phase of relationships. Right here. So men are in a bad relationship, but you're trying to make it a good relationship, and you're bargaining in your own household. So then you're bargaining for her to do something for free that you got to pay for. Or you got to get with a one-night stand or whatever nasty broad that you got to get. This is the bargaining. I don't like men trying to bargain and complain. So you understand my percent. I'm not telling you need to pay. I'm not telling you. But what I'm telling you is you guys are bargaining. And that's a stage of what you call the red pill rage. This is him raging in a sense, joking but raging. And you're bargaining something that really you can get out here. Right? You can get that. But you're bargaining. You ain't being a boss and you up here complaining. And complaining ain't going to change it. Boss up, nigga. Complaining ain't going to change it. Telling her that you needed to suck her off after you done been with her for 3 or 4 years and she ain't sucked the black off of you in I don't know how long. You're bargaining. You're not that dude. You led wrong. Remember when I told you that I was in a relationship, I gave a commitment up way too fast, and then I realized I messed up and I took it away. I was like, you know what? I messed up. I led wrong. Right? It was feeling good. I gave you something and she didn't work for it. And what happens is if she didn't work for it, she's going to say that was too easy. He must have been desperate. He must not have had any other options. He must really like me above the rest if he committed that fast. You committed way too fast. And now she was like, damn, I ain't even sucked the black off of him. Guess what? She ain't never going to suck the black off of you. Now you got a bargain. I know I've been with you for a couple of months, but you ain't sucked the black off of me yet. Now, another girl was doing it and you didn't commit to her. This girl got away with it and now you bargaining. You think you can suck the black off my dick? She gonna be like, nope. Nah, I don't really do shit like that. It just I don't really do that. You know, I've never done it to you, so why do you want that now? So you're bargaining, you're haggling, you're literally leading, you led wrong, and then all of a sudden you ain't gonna get it. Trust me, asking this and putting this shit on a chalkboard ain't gonna get you sucked off. It ain't. Asking her to be accountable and I'm sorry when you didn't force her to do it before you gave her the commitment ain't gonna make her do it today. So now you want her to do it for free, or you want to believe that she's gonna do this for free to you. You led wrong. Going to this video right here. Men are not used to nice things. This goes back to the gentleman that was where are we at here? Where's the parachute guy? Oh, here it is right here. The airplane guy. Going back to what I talked about yesterday. Again, don't shoot the messenger. She has a point, and it's the point that I was making yesterday.
This girl on the timeline was just talking about how.
All right. We're going to have to take her off of chipmunk speed, and I'm sorry, the volume is not very good. All right, the volume is not.
Men will lead with things that they perceive.
All right, so here we go.
This girl on the timeline was just talking about how men will lead with things that they perceive as luxury or impressive. All along, it's basic stuff, and when you're not super giddy about it.
Is she talking fast?
Excited about it, they are turned off or they are disappointed. And she was just asking why or whatever. And first of all, we're all living the same life, because that has happened to me so many times where a man led with the most basic thing and I'm just like, that's normal everyday life, you know? But she was asking why, and I think I know why. So first and foremost, broke people, get out of my comments. Before you even type that long ass comment, incels, get out of my comments, because this is not about broke people. When I am talking about this, I am talking about regular middle class people with disposable incomes, whether you are a man or a woman. I am not talking about broke people. So that's number one. But it is because y'all always hear me say decenter dating. And somebody asked me, why don't you say decenter men? Because people need to decenter dating, especially men. Men do not have experiences outside of romantic relationships. They don't treat themselves like women do. Everything nice that they, and of course there are exceptions, obviously you know people that there are exceptions, but everything nice they do for themselves is linked to a romantic relationship. They don't do nothing until it's doing it for a romantic relationship. For example, when guys go on trips, even whether it be alone or with their friends or whatever, them niggas go to the mall and the club. They buy.
All right, so it's a minute in and she's talking very fast. I mean, I don't even have it on double speed. She chipmunk speed right here. But she is right. She is right. Now, again, don't shoot the messenger. But you guys don't want to hear it, but she's right. I mentioned this yesterday, last night's stream. I said, y'all don't go to nice places until it's time to go on a date. Y'all don't buy nice clothes until it's time to go chase some hoes. She is telling the truth. This is how men live their lives. They don't buy nice cars until it's time to go chase some bitches. Or you buy a nice car, then you chase bitches. She's true. This is the man. We talk about the woman's problem. This is the male's problem right here. This is the biggest problem I see when it comes to dating. Let's go back to the previous guy right there. Pookie with the hat on backwards, sweatsuit, blah, 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 and begging and bargaining. Y'all trying to get the shit on the cheap. All right, this is another example right here. This is the male problem right here. She is right. I know, a woman right. Then y'all be with low quality women. You take what you get, and then you bargain and complain, but she's right. Men don't do shit until it's time to date. You don't go on a nice trip until you need to take a bitch. This is why it's almost impossible to get men to go to the movies by themselves. It's impossible to get you to go to a fine dining place to yourself. It's impossible to get you niggas to get a manicure. It's impossible to get you ninjas to go on a trip by yourself. Go on a trip by myself? It's impossible. Like, it's literally groundbreaking to get men to go on a trip by themselves. It's like it was groundbreaking. Passport bros. Before that, the free agent lifestyle. What? Go on a trip? How do you travel by yourself? Now it's a little more common because a lot more people have shown that you can do it, especially black men. He says, Coach, I predicted this yesterday. She's right. She's right. This is the biggest problem. Y'all don't want to treat yourself. And then when you go on a date with a woman and then she flakes on you, you niggas go back home. Why don't you go out to eat? It was your date. You invited her to be there. Go on the date. You don't need her on the date. You tell a ninja get a manicure and pedicure. Not me. You tell a nigga to get a massage. That's not a happy ending. Oh, that's way too much. Y'all be counting the dollars just like this previous guy. And I'm telling you, man, until you start learning how to treat yourself, you will then understand that treating a woman is part and parcel of it's easy business. There's a cost to it. But then you be like, you don't need that much for nails. You don't need that much for hair. Why they need $250 for hair? Ninja, you complain about a $50 haircut. You still want 1990s $20 haircuts. This is the problem. Nobody treats themselves like a king. And then you expect a woman to get cheaped out on by doing what she said is basic shit. And I agree. Y'all niggas just doing basic shit and then expect women to do basic shit back in return. All right. And I think if you corrected that, this is part of the free agent lifestyle. It's in chapter 3. Okay. The art of self-care, or the importance of self-care. You got to learn how to treat yourself first. She's dead. She dead right.
People need to decenter dating, especially men. Men do not have experiences outside of romantic relationships. They don't treat themselves like women do. Everything nice that they, and of course there are exceptions. Obviously, you know people that there are exceptions, but everything nice they do for themselves is linked to a romantic relationship. They don't do nothing until it's doing it for a romantic relationship. For example, when guys go on trips, even whether it be alone or with their friends or whatever, them niggas go to the mall and the club.
Yeah, I've been critical of men traveling like that. I've been critical of men traveling. Y'all get off the plane and you go straight to the bar and the club and the mall, stalking bitches right off the plane when you go on a trip. And I'm like, why do that? Y'all don't go to the museum, excursions, boats. Y'all don't do nothing. Everything centers around the woman as soon as you get off the plane.
Section at the club and go to the mall. That's it. They don't do no research. They don't do nothing new. They don't do no activities. When women go on girls trips, are we going to go to the mall? First of all, our shopping looks different too, men and women. But yes, are we going to go to the mall? Yes. Are we going to go to the club if that's what you're on? Yes. But we're also going to go to art museums or whatever type of museums that you like. We're also going to do different activities. We're going to get massages. We're going to get facials. We're going to get the whole 9. We treat ourselves on a regular basis, even in everyday life. It is not uncommon for a woman to go sit down at a steakhouse and spend $150, $200. It is not uncommon for a woman to say, oh, I feel like going shopping today and drop $2,000 in the mall. That is not uncommon. That is uncommon for a guy. A guy only really pour into himself financially and have like nice experiences when a woman is linked. I can't tell you how many happily married people that I know, but the man, his first experience of luxury, or I wouldn't even, this stuff is not luxury, but they think it's luxury. That's why I say it like that. His first experience at nice things was when he met his wife.
She dead right. She's right. Right. She's right. First time y'all do stuff is with a woman. Y'all don't even sit down close to the damn basketball game until you want to take a woman. I've explained these things for years. Y'all don't get down to the 100 section of the arena until you bring a date. You will sit up there and think 400 section is fine. I don't care sitting up there. But then as soon as a girl says, I want to go to the game, you go get 100 section seats to sit down as close as you motherfucking can. I thought it was fine to sit up there. It's only fine that you sit up there. You sit up there when you by yourself. Okay, why do you put yourself in a worse position when you're by yourself as opposed to when you bring a woman? A lot of us, that's how we program ourselves. And then when you get there, then you go above and beyond, or maybe more than you can do, and you expect her to appreciate it, which is what she's saying. How can I appreciate this when this is basic shit? Right? She like, what? Same thing as the skydive guy. Oh, I ain't going skydiving. Well, Zaddy and Sugar Daddy went skydiving. Mr. White Zaddy went skydiving. This is basic shit. Basic. Women will go, yeah, they may go to spend, and they don't got the money, and you will say, well, I ain't got the money, and going to, we still live in a society. Getting expensive cars don't mean anything. That doesn't bring you happiness. Have you had an expensive car? You're speaking from a person that don't got an expensive car. Eating at fine dining restaurants is a waste of money. How? Have you ate at a race? Have you ate there? Have you enjoyed the ambiance? Did the chef come out and talk to you? No, nigga, you eating that Popeye's chicken. So then you don't want to pay for it or can't afford it. So then you say you don't need it. A lot of people say you don't need shit, but they ain't going to buy it anyway. And then get mad when somebody brags that they go do it. You don't need that shit, but you ain't had it. That's why you don't need it until you done it. You can stay at the Red Roof Inn. Ain't no problem with that. Okay, have you ever stayed in a 5-star hotel? It's a major difference, nigga. You can actually walk barefooted around the hotel instead of walking around in your socks and touching the remote control with a face cloth and listening to everybody fuck in the next room and shoot up crack. He says, Coach, how do you change the mindset? The free agent lifestyle. You got to read the book. The book, that's what the book is about. But then as soon as the woman show up, then y'all try to pivot and treat her and show her something nice. And I've been telling you, women already do this either for themselves or they already have some other guy doing it. Now, they're giving you a chance. And you're saying, well, you know, if I do this for you, I should be getting some pussy. Like, they're like, how? Again, they're like, how? How do you think you're getting pussy if you do this for me? This is basic. But it's not basic for you because you don't even do it for yourself. Again, there's levels to this shit. You don't have to agree. You can give your girl cheap tacos if you want. You can go with the cheap taco bitch. But why would you do that to yourself? Why would you be with a woman that just is fine with cheap tacos? Eventually, she'll be fine with cheap tacos. I mean, I'm just telling you. Not every day. Okay. But this is a bad mentality. So she's right. And I've been preaching this for the better part of 5 years. And men will still argue with me. And still say they don't pay and they want to get it as cheap as possible and be running around town with bitches that look like this. Because she accepts free tacos. And dudes will be in the comment section. She a real one. She's a real one for accepting less. That's basically the argument. She accepts less, so she's a real one. And then you wondering why you asking her to suck the black off your dick after 2 months. Right? A lot of men view self-care as gay. Again, another problem. You don't want a massage? All your massage got to be by a ling-ling and they got to jerk you off afterwards. Like, it's bad. We had guys in here arguing to giving their wife $100 a month. I'm like, you certainly don't need a wife. Right? You certainly don't need a wife. Take care of yourself. It's not feminine to take care of yourself. And I would argue that it was actually more masculine to take care of yourself in past times. A lot of things, what we do is flip. Men used to take care of themselves. I mean, they used to wear wigs and boots and shit, Prince boots, right? So men were maybe over obsessive about taking care of themselves in the past, right? But for some reason in our world today, it's somewhat masculine to not take care of yourself. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. This is something that we got to fix.
I have a friend, great guy. Her husband is a great guy, but he did not even know what an all-inclusive resort was until they went on their honeymoon. And you know, in the honeymoon suite, you can get a butler. Well, you can get it anytime, but obviously, honeymoon suite, you can get a butler and stuff like that. He was so impressed by that. And it's not that, oh, he's broke, he's cheap, he just doesn't have that experience because men do not create that experience for themselves. So when it comes down to going to a steakhouse, one time this guy working finance, he was asking me, you know, what I was doing for my birthday one year. And I said, oh, I'm just going to do this and go to STK. This man literally said, STK, oh, you a big baller. I can't wait till I get to that level. Sir, you are on that level. What do you mean? It's only like, I probably spent that night maybe $150, $200 on a steak. You know, like my meals and drinks, whatever. Like, you are on that level, but they don't realize that they equate nice experiences, vacations, all of the whole nines. They experience that with women, with romantic partnership. Women do that on a regular basis. Like, women, we know how we do. Like, especially women with disposable income. You know, we know how we do. Like, it's nothing for you to go to a steakhouse right now for lunch. Who cares? Like,
and you know, much of the negative experiences have to do with it costs for two people. So if you go to a steakhouse or an expensive restaurant and you only go with the woman, the bill's going to be $350, right? So that's going to sting. You're going to go, woo, $350 for that? Oh, my Lord, what? And you waiting for her. You definitely suck on the black off, and then she doesn't suck the black off your dick. Now you realize it was a waste, and you chase that loss, and you keep investing in the girl to try to get it as cheap as possible. Date number 2 is going to be at my house. So much of our experience with taking care and going to nice things, taking nice vacations, it stings because we pay double. So then we don't want to do it. Well, if you go by yourself, you can go with $100 and eat good and get one drink, or you can get a goddamn soft drink and a nice steak and 2 sides, and it's $125 plus tip. Right? Somebody said, I've been doing this for decades. Guys, you know, he said this is all cap. Guys, please understand the difference between norm and what you do. We got a guy, twin A, crashing out. We've been doing this for years. You don't understand the difference between norm and what you do. There's two different things. Just because you do it doesn't mean everybody does it. In fact, most men don't do it even to this day. I can't stand when people do that. I've been eating alone for decades. So the fuck what, you goofy ass ninja? Most men don't do it. Period. All right? We're talking about the norm. What do most men do? They don't eat alone for decades. They don't do it. Maybe at McDonald's. That's anecdotal evidence. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. Do not get triggered, you goofy ninja. Most men don't do this. It is apparent. It's obvious. It's seeing how people negotiate relationships and so forth. Most men don't do it. It is not the norm. All right. Most men will, dude, there's men in here will tell me they can live off $3,000 a month. I go, God damn, we in trouble. There's dudes in here arguing about giving their stay-at-home wife $100, and you're telling me it's the norm to take care of yourself? Go outside. Most men do not do shit, and not even 3-star shit unless they're with a woman. It's not hard to figure out what I'm saying. Clean out your ears. Okay? This is not the norm. Just because you've been doing it doesn't mean most men do it. Most men don't even go to the movies by themselves. They're like, go to the movies by myself? Okay? He said most men are saving their money. That's why they don't do it. I don't agree with that either. Like, most men don't have any money saved up. They're going to spend that money on video games. They're not saving that money. They're not saving that money. All right, that money is not saved up. Ask anybody, do they got $1,000 in their bank account? You know why I know? Because I once said men should have $25K in their bank account, and the dudes got triggered. They got triggered. Right? They ain't got the money. They don't have it. Men have a big issue with treating themselves well. Right? They don't got no money saved up. They done lost it on parlays. That money's not saved. They didn't use it to gamble and buy, condoms in case and some OnlyFans and shit like that. They ain't got no money in beer. Yep, they got it on VC and V-Bucks. They don't have no money saved up. All right, there are some, but it's the norm. When we take all men collectively, we're talking about what 50% or better of men doing. They got no money saved up. They broke.
Like, it's nothing for you to go to the mall and say, I'm going to take myself shopping real quick and spend $2,000. That's not the reality for men, and it's not because they don't have it. Remember, I'm talking to middle-class men with disposable income. It's not because they don't have it. It's because they don't pour into themselves. That's really it. Another great example is apartments. A lot of women tend to get their first apartment around 18, 19. Even if you're a little late, you'll still get it around 24, 25. Men will go into their 30s having a fucking roommate, okay? Or whatever. So you can always tell when they just got some money or whatever, because they get their first apartment, and every video you see, every picture you see the city lights from their high-rise. They think living in a high-rise is impressive. How many of us have lived in high rises? How many of us have lived downtown with a view of the city?
This part I can't agree with.
That's very normal. Like, you just live downtown in a high rise. The rent is normal for regular people. I mean, for middle.
This could be the case for some black women, yeah.
Class people with disposable income. Like, that's normal stuff, but they think that it's impressive. They be so excited on stuff that we've already experienced.
Well, I think one of the things she's leaving out is she's experienced it, but it wasn't on her own money. All right, so I'm going to say more than likely it was somebody else's money that allowed you to live like that. Maybe you spent some student loan. Maybe you live with another man in a high-rise apartment building. They didn't splurge. In and of itself, I don't think that's completely accurate. And if it is accurate, they probably were trying to find a way to support that in another way. But women do move to safer apartments. They tend to live in safer places than men. So there's something there. I get what she's saying there. But most of the time, she lived with someone else in that high-rise apartment. It wasn't all on her own. But women do typically choose safer places to be because they don't want anybody to kick in their door.
But like that's the difference. I'm not trying to rag on men or anything like that, but I was really just answering her question is women pour into themselves more. They have more life experiences because they create it for themselves versus men. They wait to experience life with romantic partners versus going out and experiencing life on their own. And this is why I say people, not just women, need to decenter men. People need to decenter dating. Men need to decenter dating too. Men need to go out and get hobbies too and live a life outside of romantic partners.
God damn. All right. I didn't hear the whole video. I only heard like the first minute. Then I shared it with you. But she just explained the free agent lifestyle. Men need to get their own hobbies. Men need to decenter women from dating. Men need to stop broke dating. This is everything that I tell you. I agree. The only thing she missed, I think, on is describing what women do financially and give themselves experiences, but she's not telling who's paying for those experiences. Most of the time, another guy is contributing something to those experiences. So I will add that. I would add that to what she's saying. She said women tend to pay for this and pay for that on their own accord. I would somewhat disagree. Women do have other people contribute to these experiences. So that's why by the time a woman's 30, she can say this.
I've flown myself to Paris. I've done Greece. I've island hopped. I've done all of that.
All right. So they'll say all of that they've done all of that. And there's a likelihood that they went with other women. But there's also a likelihood that they went with another guy to get most of those experiences, which makes it unfair because we have to provide either for ourselves or another woman to get those experiences. And she was on the recipient end mostly for many of those experiences. She went to Disneyland and you'll find out she went with her boyfriend or her sugar daddy. And that's how she got to Disneyland. It wasn't she paid the whole expense. That's the only thing that I'll take away from that. But I think she's right. You know, we will convince ourselves a lot for taking less. That's why I'm not big on minimalism. I understand the principle of minimalism, but I think it's a loser mentality overall because you got people that ain't going to get shit for themselves anyway. And so I'll just be a minimalist. And I'm like, nah, you just don't want to do shit anyway. All right, so I get it. And then you're a minimalist, but you're a hater. You can't be both. If you're a minimalist, you can't hate on people who are consumers. You can't hate on them. You don't need all that. Well, why not? All right. If I can afford it, if I can work hard for it, if I worked extra for it, if I sacrifice for it, why can't I have it? So there's a lot of minimalists that are just haters and they're lazy. So you got to figure out which one that minimalist is. Minimalists shouldn't hate. They should just go ahead and live in the fucking middle of the woods and then settle for their life right there. But so there's a conversation with men where they're trying to get men to accept less because you don't want more for yourself. There's a mindset. It's a different mindset. Right? All right, so it's a different mindset. All right, super chats, and then I'm going to speed through the main event. Thank you for being here, and thank you for contributing to today's show. I'm trying to provide information for men, and if you're young receiving this message, get on it, man. Get on it. Are you just a hater, or you are a minimalist? Like, which one are you? A minimalist ninja will come in here and say, I'm bragging. Like, nigga, what? No. That's not how that works. If you were a minimalist, you wouldn't care about what other people have. But a lot of minimalists are haters. Shout out to Josh Finley. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for the support. Kalen, he has this to add. He says, I want to say I'm dumbfounded whether a man is being honest or if a woman catches her man cheating, that women haven't figured out that men don't only want to have sex with only one woman. Ladies can't keep wasting their time being angry at men for this. They should be mad at God for making men sexually, biologically different than them. And that will never happen. All right. That's never going to happen. All right. I'm of the opinion that I think women should be accepting of their situation where they're having many men, where the many men they're exposed to are not monogamous. They're not monogamous. Most ladies, if you're watching me, most men you've experienced are non-monogamous. I mean, most women will tell you, most of my boyfriends cheated on me. Okay, so you didn't accept that they were non-monogamous. So it sounds like you were the problem, right? Sounds like you were the problem. So the men that you've dealt with, 8 out of 10 of them wanted pussy outside of their relationship. What does that tell you? Right? That tells you that the men you're exposed to are non-monogamous. You tried to force them to be monogamous. They probably didn't want to, or they probably said, okay, just to try to please you, and then they went to go get them some side trim. That should not be a surprise. Well, they hid it and he lied. What did you want him to do? He probably told you and you didn't listen. So accept that most men are non-monogamous. It's hard to find a monogamous male. Most of the monogamous men that you find are men that can't get other options of sex anyway. So, you know, saying a man is not exercising self-control because he's non-monogamous is false. All right, it is what it is. Shout out to our brother, No Government Name, says, Coach, forgive me if I asked this question before, but why do women ask about men's ages? It says, does that mean a woman is interested or finds you attractive if she asks how old you are? For context, I'm in the second quarter of my life, early 30s, and I'm getting attention from women for the first time in my life. Shout out to you. Women I talk to are constantly asking me the question. Any insight is appreciated. Thank you, sir. I'm going to just probably answer this off the top of my head and assume that you look younger for your age. And so you're younger, you're mature and successful, possibly, and they're wondering, you know, you're different than the pookie niggas they deal with. So they'll probably want to know how old they are before they mess with you, because typically women deal with older men, meaning that they're a year or two or three or same age. So if they're 30 as well, they're looking at you like, are you 27, 26? Most likely they're not going to engage in that relationship. They're going to say, yo, you're mature, you were a kid, you don't have enough relationship experience. They may pass. So they are asking, probably you might look young for your age. All right, I look young for my age all my life. All right, except when I grew a gray beard. Now I look confusing. Let's look at my skin, ladies. I ain't got no skin. You wish you had skin like this, ladies. All right, but I've looked young for my age all the time. I'm short. You know, I typically have had good skin. I didn't do drugs or drink alcohol in my youth. And I keep a cleaner appearance. So that lends, and then I didn't grow facial hair. I grew facial hair in college, but it was a Tupac goatee. It was like a little goatee. Then I had like the Tay Diggs chin strap through my mid to late 20s. All right, so, but I look young. All right, people did not realize I was coaching a high school team one time, and they was like, nigga, are you in high school? Like, wow. Like, what? How old are you? People in the stands were like, you're the coach? All right. They didn't really know I was the coach. So I look young. And so this is why I typically didn't do well, especially with, and I'm going to say it with black women. Black women, I didn't do well with them in my, up to my 30s. Not to say I didn't have success at all. I'm saying that black women looked at me like I was a kid all the way up until my 30s. That didn't really change until my mid 30s. All right. And it still kind of exists today. They like older, larger, mature men that look older, men that look like they've been through it and weathered, like in sacrifice and struggling and striving ass niggas. All right. That's what they like. They like niggas with wild hairdos and non-corporate jobs. Now, they'll change that when they're a single mother, or they'll change that when they get older. Then they want a clean-cut guy, Idris Elba. Right? But they typically in their late teens, early 20s into their early 30s deal with niggas that eat, you know, fried food every day and smoke Black and Milds and drink Henny on deck. Rough and scruffy ass ninjas, dirty boot, Timberland boot ass ninjas, you know, big, overgrown. Right? And a lot of them are built big too. So when they see a young looking, healthy living ass, good choice making ass, clean cut, short, small, right? They see niggas like that. They like, nah, man, I can't have, nah. Yeah. The thing changed when I grew my gray beard. When I grew that, then it changed out a little bit. So they like kind of rough around the edges, guy. You look maybe young. You probably look young. So they're asking, how old is this guy? So if you say you're a lot older than they thought, then you might get in there. Ladies, am I right? Yeah, smell of gunpowder on them, you know, up late at night. You know, women love dudes that be up late at night. Like if you tell a woman, you be like, you know, it's 9:30, you know, if you're not here by another 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to just go on to sleep. Women be like, they be like,
wait a minute. Who are you?
All right, they're like, what? In bed 9:30, 10? Like they want you to be up so they can just pop up 11:30 and you stay up at night caking until 12:30 and 1 and then finally get the fucking and then, you know, pass out on the bed at 1:45 and 2 a.m. and shit. You know what I mean? Washing your dick in the sink at 2:30 and then stumbling home at work, you know, after you stumbling back home so you can make it to your first shift. Ass ninjas. This is what women like. You know what I mean? This is how they operate. But I be telling a bitch, you need to be over here at 7:30, ninja, and back out the door by 9:45 at the latest, ninja. I'm done. They don't operate like this. They tend to not have discipline in mate selection. Ladies, am I right? They mad. They mad. Now, they'll like these guys later in life. Later in life. We're talking about 18 to 32, all right? 18 to 32. Later in life, they'll like guys like this, all right? And then you'll be the that's you guy, right?
And that's you.
But they want to start late and shit and be up all late and talking and caking and cuddling and foreplaying and shit and then finally get the draws 1:30 and, yeah, all that bullshit. Yeah, irresponsible ninjas. They do that, 18 to 32, and then they want to clean up their act, ass ninjas. All right, so shout out to you. Caitlin says, if you're trying to get a woman pregnant, then yes, her orgasm doesn't matter. Some men may not think a woman's pleasure doesn't matter because most of these women today are 304 and like crazy. But for the women who truly is good to her man in every way, her sexual pleasure should matter to her. It's only right. Ladies, y'all quiet on this one. Y'all quiet. Am I right? You know I'm right. Is this Loud Pockets? Loud Pockets, Coachy, that ain't Jesus. He ain't even flipping tables and kicking in the door, waving the fo. He was a little too tenderfoot to me. Yeah, man. When you're young, you know, I used to get a lot of that, you know, oh, I'm going to come through. All right, you think I should come over? You want me to come over? Remember this, young man? I'm going to try to get to the main event. Remember this, young man? You know, for men that haven't been dating, this is how it used to go for a while. Is that what they'll do is say, oh, you want me to come over? It's 9:45 when she texts you or call you. You know, when you want me to, or no. You know, I'll come over if you want. You be like, yeah, come over. Come over. You like, yeah. 9:45. You got to get up at 7 o'clock. Go to class. 9:45, she start with the bullshit. And you've been caking with her since 7:30, being indirect, and she been calling you, FaceTiming you. You're like, yeah. 9:45, she finally peace leave wet. She says, you know, I'll come over if you want. You be like, come on over. But do you want me to come? I said, yeah, I told you to come. Yeah, but do you want me to come over? I want you to come over, yes. Yeah, but do you really want me to come over? Oh, shit. Yeah, bitch, come over. Damn. Doesn't sound like you don't want me to come over. I do. Well, say it. Okay, I want you to come over. Okay, all right, cool. I'm going to go get ready. I'm going to wash out my peace leave, wash my hair, get a bath, put baby oil on and shit, put powder in my panties, and I'll be right over. And you like, all right, cool. You go take a bird bath. You take a rag. You wash off your dick and wash between your legs. You wash your armpit, put some deodorant on. You ready. You like, cool. You sitting there. You done in 2 minutes. You done washed off your bird bath and shit. Wiped the crust out your eye. Barely brush your teeth. You like, she'll be over here any minute. Guess what? An hour goes by. It's 10:45. Damn, where's she at? Right? Damn, where's she at? Where the bitch at? You text her, you getting ready? She's like, oh, yeah, I just got out the shower. Oh, my God. It took you an hour to get in the shower and out? I'll be right over, though. I'm about 20 minutes away. 20 minutes go by. Bitch, where you at? I just finished putting on my clothes. Oh, my God. You sit there waiting. You like, man, you could have busted your nut already and let her back home, but she taking all day. 30 more minutes go by. Oh, I had to stop and get gas. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, you gonna be mad at me. What, bitch? It's 12 o'clock. You done stayed up. It's 12 o'clock. Oh, you gonna be so mad. As I was leaving my house, my dog shitted all over the house. And, you know, maybe I'll see you another night. And odds are she ain't even left the house. She ain't even got dressed. She's still in her bonnet. She's still in her bonnet. Or if she do happen to come over, it's 12:30. 12:30. And she come over and she's sitting on the edge of the couch like this. Waiting for you to make the first move. Like, bitch, if you don't come out them drawers, we need to be going right to the clapping. All right, she's sitting on the edge of the bed. Now you got a cake for an hour. And you got to loosen her up. You got something to drink. I normally don't hook up like this. You're like, oh, my Lord, this goofy ass broad. Jesus. All right. Man, 12:30. By the time you get the guts, it's 1:30. You finish busting the nut. 1:30, you tired of this broad. You be like, just leave. Oh, you just going to kick me out like that? I thought you wanted me to come over. Tell me I ain't lying. Hey, man, I had to have a hardcore cutoff time. At 9:30, I don't want to hear shit from nobody. All right? I don't know what you doing. Nothing. Block. Delete. All right? I'll put you on silence mode. Don't text me after 9:30. All right, anyway. We might not get to the main event because I got to go do another podcast and I got to get in the car. Shout out to our brother David. Says, imagine Coach hosting a live stream from UCLA. Oh, my goodness. I love it. I Need Money says that would be good. Dr. Bryant versus KS, 100%. Dion says, what's up for the weekend, my ninjas?
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right, shout out to you, Chris Stapleton. Chris Singleton says, you spot on, Coach. I need to treat myself more often. You do. Everybody treat yourself. Joshua Moose says, just finished last night's show. Keep bragging, CGA. Keep bragging. Anybody tired of the bragging, please leave, man. Jesus. All right, y'all sensitive in here. It's a sports podcast. Shout out to our brother Twin A says, what's up for the weekend? He says, young men, take care and invest in yourself. Don't wait for a chick to enjoy the finer things of life. PH Coast, the mods shouldn't have blocked longtime viewers and contributors for different opinions. They acting like the mainstream media. Did you get blocked? I'll pull you back in. I'll pull you back in later on today. Wise L says, I flew first class for the first time and the experience was amazing. It reminded me to stay on my grind. We as men need to treat ourselves because no one else can and no one else will. All right. Most men are aiming low and you're trying to get women to do the same thing. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. All right. You're frustrating yourself. Brandon Beach says, I remember I had a girlfriend a while ago. She looked at me crazy one night. I told her I was going to a concert by myself. I told her I don't need you all the time to enjoy myself. She thought I was crazy and now she's gone. Pimp smack the buzzer. Yep. I go to concerts, show. I do shit a lot by myself. Pause. All right. But a lot of guys, man, I'm telling you, they don't do it. I go to the movies by myself. All right. Now, what I don't do is go Friday night, 7:30, 9:30 prime time, or Saturday night, 7:30 prime time. I go to the matinee, in and out. All right. I got a video on Instagram. So I don't go where everybody got their date and looking at me all weird. I go when the motherfucking senior citizens going. Right in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, you go for lunch. It's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people tops in the theater. You go in, watch the movie, go the fuck home. I wrote about this in the Free Agent Lifestyle book. No dinner and date. No, when you go by yourself, they're like, who's this weird, strange guy? And the movie theater's full and you sitting in between 2 couples. Don't do it then. Go to the matinee. Go to the Sunday morning, the Sunday morning movie, 11 a.m. Just dip in, dip out, come back. Easy peasy. Jahari says, I have similar experience with black women, except they say to me, I look like I like white girls. How is that possible? That's them saying that they're not used to dealing with guys like you. All right. They're used to dealing with pookies. That's basically what they're saying. And yeah, shout out to Fit Nick says, serious topic. I have a biracial son as well as a daughter. She will be 10 next year, and she's having an identity crisis with her peers. Her mother is a liberal white woman who is having a hard time relating to her. She moved them out of Northern Cal during COVID. I don't know where they are, but that's common. I mean, you signed up for that. You signed up for that by race mixing. All right, but yeah, it happens. Some kids will have an identity crisis that are mixed, and some won't. And some people will be oversensitive to it, and maybe your kid may be oversensitive to it. Some kids know how to deal with it. So you got to really understand and know about your kid that's going to happen. All right, so you better come together. Oh, you said you're currently in Louisiana. I come to you because you and I have similar stories. Would this be more of a coaching call? Your input would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, there's not a lot that I can deal with that other than saying that's what you signed up for. And you signed your kids up for it too. So y'all want to date white women and shit and women of other races. All right, yeah, that's a gold sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. But kids have to know, but it's hard to tell them that everybody has something to pick out about them that's going to be picked out as wrong. Ken Rose says, correct me if I'm wrong, coach, but I think game is listening and reading body language more than anything. Very little to do with speaking. Facts. Most game guys have horrible situational awareness. Horrible. And they don't even know how they look to other people. Like, they have no game at all. They'll be harassing women, walking down the street, chasing them. I'm like, you are a black man chasing women down the street. Are you fucking crazy? You don't have no awareness as how anybody else sees you, and you're trying to overcome objections, walking down the street, interviewing women. You look like a goddamn criminal. You get surprised the police ain't calling you. Now, if you're up and down South Beach, it's different. But you look crazy. And everybody sees you as an idiot. You look crazy because, look, no one's doing that, right? No one's running up and down the street just talking to random women. Nigga, nobody does that but goofy, broke-ass niggas. Like, that is the dumbest shit I ever seen. Look, I will call the police on your ass. Like, what are you doing? I see you just wolfing, nigga. I mean, no sensual awareness at all. But for the guy that wants some questions about his son and daughter, my son has no identity crisis, and I think my daughter went through it a little bit of it, but not that bad. But you can't tell my son he ain't the shit, right? My son think he got the swag of all motherfucking swag. He's somewhat light-skinned. He got curly hair. The women love him.
And that's you.
I would say the young girls love him. So he ain't got no crisis. Right? He knows he's who he is. So ain't no talking him off the ledge. Or there is no talking. I can't talk him into having any crisis. All right. I don't think anybody can get to his head related to that. All right, shout out to Up, and he takes after me because people wonder why I thought I was the shit. They're like, why this ninja got so much confidence? I'm like, why not? Right? Like, what? What am I supposed to be upset about? They're like, well, you're black. Okay, and you're short. Okay, nigga, and? And I'm look better than you, nigga. I got more money than you. I'm prettier than you. Like, what the fuck are you trying to bring me down and slot me in the situation? Well, you're this, so you should feel this way. So? I never felt really low self-esteem about anything about me. I really think I'm like I'm like every woman's fantasy. I'm like, shit. I'm like, who would not like me? That's what I think. I'm like, how could you not like me? That's how I think. I don't know, man. Like, I'm a little different. I've never had a self-esteem issue. I would say rarely ever had a self-esteem. Most of the self-esteem issues were shit that people were trying to make me feel. Like, they'll call me names or shit, something related to, oh, he black, too black, he dark-skinned, or he'll be like, you're short. I'm like, nigga, that seems to be a problem with you because I don't realize it. Like, for me, I don't realize how short I am. I have no understanding. It doesn't register. The only time it registers that I'm short is if I'm walking in the mall and I walk by a reflective glass. Right? Like, that's the only time I realize it. I look over and I go, oh, damn, I'm shorter than I thought. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only time. Literally, I don't realize it. Right here. I don't realize it at all. I have no semblance. I don't feel like I'm small to the world. I don't. Maybe playing basketball, but I could jump fucking high. So I kind of negated that, and I was fast. So I negated that. And I could get girls. So I never really, the only time is if I'm walking in the mall, and then, you know, all the mall has got glass, and I'll look, and I'll be walking next to the person. I'll be like, oh, I'm actually pretty short. Like, that's the only time. But it never makes me go, oh, damn, I'm short. I just actually go, I didn't realize I was that short. Like, that's, like, I literally think that God did y'all a favor by making me short. Like, what the fuck? Right? Like, shit, if I was tall, it would be over for y'all niggas. All right, shout out to Flashy Bob. Says, you spitting too much game. I had to donate. Appreciate you, man. Ko-Fi supporter. Thank you, Flashy Bob, by the way. Let me acknowledge you. All right, shout out to Ko-Fi supporter. Appreciate you, man. Blue Baggin says, women in America look for any reason whatsoever to reject a man in these pop the balloon shows. Bring that to you in 4K. And guys, I've been rejected by many, many women. All right, I just be like, hey, shit is what it is. Right here. All right, so shout out to Stripe Excel. Says, I've seen that episode with the female robot. The husband planned to divorce his wife, and the wife had her eggs frozen. She got them fertilized and was pregnant with twins, but because the husband wanted a divorce, she hit him with a vase, instantly killing him. Oh, man. Well, that was spoiler alert. Shout out to you. All right, no government name. Says, Coach, I agree about men not taking care of self-care seriously. He says, I was a goofy and had to do things alone. He says, after being single for a year, I recently started taking care of myself again, just to find peace of mind. And you're now finding yourself again. Shout out to you, man. All right. I don't think we'll get to the main event tonight. Shout out to DJ M. Says, Coach, when you mention men not taking care of themselves, etc., most of what we're recovering from societally and mentally with men comes from the diamond romance industry influence for over the past 100 years. Society is self-correcting from this propaganda because of men like you. Yep. So that's how we would normally try to reach out. Like, we trying to prove that we can afford the woman. Dom says, was a 100K earner since 2021 and fell on hard times during the pandemic. Ex-wife left when I had $7.81 to my name. I started watching your content, and now I make over 200K yearly. Everything you said would happen did happen. I could never go back to marriage. Free agent lifestyle for life. All right. Shout out to you right there, brothers. All right, man, dude. I'm telling you, man, men, there's some men that want women to lose. Sorry, there's some men that want men to lose all their money so they can celebrate. But I'm going to tell you, men that they know how to make money, they can lose all their money, and I can guarantee you those men will make way more money than you in short order, faster than you'll make it. I'll just use numbers. There's men out here that make let's say $500,000 a year, and they'll lose it. And guys that make 50K will laugh at them. Aha, you lost all your money. I can guarantee you that guy will be back at 100K before you'll be at 100K. I'll bet on it. I'll bet on it. I'll bet on it every fucking time because you're sitting around waiting for people to lose their money. I see it all the time. I don't like Wes Watson. Is that his name? I don't like him, but everybody's like, he gonna lose all his money. He gonna be, and he will. And he will, and he might. Same thing as Myron. He gonna lose all his money, and he gonna lose all his spot. And he might, and he will. I guarantee you, Myron and Wes will make it back faster than you. Facts. I'll bet on it. 99% chance they'll make 100K back before you make it. Right here. They'll make it back in short order. All they have to do is just go ahead and just adjust. Right? They'll adjust and they give it a year or two and they'll be right back on track. Now, almost everybody that has money has lost money. They made money, they lost it, and they made it back. Yep, Anton Daniels, they do like that. He gonna go broke and we gonna celebrate. And guess what? Anton, I guarantee you will make that shit back faster than you will ever touch where you thought he was at. He'll make it back. Because people like that are like that. People who ain't like that are like that. You're celebrating people losing instead of trying to focus in on you winning. He and other people like him are focused on winning. No matter what. They'll just cut, they'll trim the fat, they'll adjust, and they'll be back. You might not even see them again, but they'll make it back. Men like that almost always makes it back. Without a doubt. Because broke and money mindset is a mindset. Broke is a mindset. Getting money is a mindset. You have to have the mindset first before you get the money. Some people will get the money and then have a broke mindset and fuck it up. Some people will get the money and have a bad mindset and they'll trick it off. All right, so just understand that that's the case. I always said, since I'm not doing the main event, I always said this. Guys, if we started over right now and everybody had zero, okay, let's take that back. If we started everybody right now, the people that say tax the rich, if we took away everybody's money and started everybody at $5,000, 80% of the people that will become rich will be the people that had the money in the first place. The people that were broke and poor, they gonna be the broke and poor people because it has nothing to do with the dollars and cents. It has to do with the mindset. So we can strip everybody right now, start everybody at 500K in the bank. We can have the Great Depression and recession. We can do it right now. I guarantee you that almost all of the same people will rush to the top because it doesn't have to do with money. Now, the reason why they're in the situation they're in is because they know how to make money work. You know how to work for money. Money mindset ain't no joke, man. Money mindset ain't no joke. And then there's going to be 20% of people that will make the best out of the situation. The rest of the people that were at the bottom will go right back to the bottom. Right? Because you value things like, well, family's more important. You start doing that shit and you want your family to eat and you'll start giving money to people to start businesses and you'll be broke. I mean, this is a actual factuals. I try to teach y'all that in the money mindset. Right? This is crazy. And then Miles says relationships have been dead for years. And you were the one that first said it. He says it doesn't matter at this point. Conservative women are just as lost as liberal women wearing leggings to church. Yep, it's done. He says Trump just fixing the corrupt political system, not the overall culture. The culture's cooked. The culture's bad already. I don't think we can correct it. And Taylor Gang says, hey, yo, happy Friday, Coach. And Coach Gang, are you still considered broke even with 25K liquid in the bank? Recently heard that airhead that tells dudes to show their account balance on dates say this. Well, broke is relative. At 25K in the bank, you're rich. You're richer than 90% of people on earth. Period. You're richer than 90% of people on earth. All right, I did have a video to show you guys. I'm running short on time, so I'll show you. Which one do I want to show you? Let's start with this one. I'll show you this one briefly because this is the main event, but it's going to be very abbreviated. I'm going to show you the videos that I'm going to show you. You guys can watch them on your own time. This woman says, why am I single? It's a Ling. And again, she looks over 30, so she kind of cooked. All right, she better find her place pretty fast. And just briefly, she tries to use a dating app that is essentially a sugar dating app. All right, so here she is. Let me see if I can get to it quick. She's going to talk about why she's single.
And I told her I'm trying something new. I've been trying this new dating app for a week right now. I'll show you. It's called Luxy. This is my profile picture. I just want to keep it natural and casual. And
all right, so anybody that knows this and watches my JUCO stream, this is a sugar dating app. Again, the normies are trying to find their way in a monetized dating marketplace and coming over to fuck it up. All right, so that's the one. She's completely lost and she won't be found. You also have this young lady. She's 23 years old and she says, I still don't know what to do with my life.
There as well, and also follow an Apple Podcast. With that being said, thank you so much, and let's continue the episode. So, this past week, I've really been thinking about, like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Because when I watch my podcast on, like, spirituality, on, like, people who are, like, Vedantas, which is pretty much, like, people who, you know, can see more, like, who, if you believe in these things, like, have a connection to angels, like, they're pretty much, like, the medium for angels to communicate with us.
All right, so she's talking about angels and mediums cooked. All right, let's go to the last one here. This is a sister that said, I sold everything I owned to live in a van.
I officially sold everything I owned, moved in this van that I bought for $5,000, turned it into a tiny home, and now I'm driving all across the country making music.
During this trip, I want to see how much money I can actually save. I've been making money on the road, of course, by writing music, and I have a few sponsorships and shit, but all that's really residual, right? Bills that I pay, food, gas, my phone bill. I have running water in here, but I go fill up the water jug maybe like once every 2 weeks.
All right. And so listen, I've been down bad, so nothing ashamed about starting over and going backwards. And so shout out to her for putting the van together. But this is another woman that, you know, had a good life, probably decent life, had opportunities in front of her for some 15 years. And this is where it is. And it ain't getting no better than this. And then she ends up, I believe she ends up in an Airbnb. All right, she's still trying to rap. She's got a rap career shit going on. And then she ends up meeting a landlord in an Airbnb that owns an Airbnb that's going to hook her up for a living situation. Take a look.
He's not crazy.
All right, so this is the landlord that she met that owns the Airbnb. And she said, oh, he's not crazy. Well, guess what's going to happen here?
Joe is not crazy. We are about to try some oysters. This isn't your first time, though, right? No. Okay. So,
Ate the hottest oysters. He won. Then we went to a game room and I beat him in everything.
This how you feeling now?
I'm a winner. Yeah.
All right, so you already know what this is about. Cheeks are going to get clapped. All right, chicks are going to get clapped, and she's getting a pussy discount.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
Dinner, free. I'll hook you up with the Airbnb, so you know she paying with pussy. All right, so we already know that, and we know that. Do not think I'm exaggerating. That's what it is. When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it. Yeah.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it.
Mr. Fixes His Buying is right here. Mr. Buying Fixer LLC. Okay, he fixing that bind. All right, that's all that is right there.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
All right, and that's what he doing because, you know, these free-ass mark-ass ninjas, they want it for free. All right, listen. This is what they doing. He leveraging his, good luck evicting her. All right, good luck evicting her. Ninjas is so wild, bro. Ninjas is so wild, man. Look, let me do these super chats and get the hell up out of here. I got to go on the show. The show that I'm going to go on, the channel is ScottPritchardWins. Let me see if I can pull it up. Scotty P. If you guys have watched CGA Sports, we're going on Scotty P's channel. ScottPritchardWins is the podcast that I'm going to be on today. I think it's today. It's a channel right there. And I should be on it about, 1. I don't know what it is. All right, but we're going to talk some sports. He's a top Vegas handicapper. He's a sports gambler here in Vegas. And we're going to talk all things Vegas and Raiders and stuff like that. All right, so I think it's going to be live. I'm not sure. Maybe he's recording it. But, yeah, he used to be on my sports show. So check out Scotty P. And Scotty P's a cool dude. Very mafioso. All right, shout out to our brother Jahari says, I've had similar experiences with black women, except they say to me that I look like white girls. All right, yeah. When I was in the South, they would say that it looks like I like light-skinned women. So it doesn't change. When I lived in Louisiana, they would say it looks like you like light-skinned women. Ralphie B, well, we'll call you Shabazz, as a question about locals. What's the question? All right, shout out to our brother Stiliano. Grab a snack for Noah. Free agent lifestyle for life. Be safe. Shout out to you. Yeah, I need to grab a snack. Make sure I'm not lightheaded. I don't know. I don't know if he's going on live, but I think I'm supposed to be there at 12:30, which it's going on 12 o'clock now. Shout out to our brother, Mr. Handsome. Paul says, what's up, coach? Always speaking facts. I went to DR solo and had a blast. Made three Latinas join the 10 Toes Up gang and got a real massage. It's free agent lifestyle for life. One thing about it here, the bottom line of this message is when you treat yourself well, you won't settle for less with other women. Okay? When you treat yourself well, you will not settle for less with other women. You will not bargain. Because a woman like this will be like, you pay my, and they'll drop off some pussy or give you some lazy ass effort. And you'll be like, no, just like the women are like, I know how to treat myself. I know my worth. Most men don't know their worth. Anyway, sorry about the abbreviated stream. I got to go get ready for the next show. But it's the weekend. Shout out to you, brothers. Take care of yourself.
Nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right. Take care of yourself. Make sure you treat yourself well. Have your bail money. Do not drink in public too much. Do not get drunk in public. Wear your condoms. If you don't wear your condoms, pull out. Decorate her chest, her belly button, maybe her face. Put it down her esophagus. Do something like that. Get your DNA tests on all your babies. All right. Also, get your STD checked at least 3 months or when you introduce a new sexual partner. Make sure you get your cardio in 20 minutes a day. Walk, run. You don't need to run. You can walk. Walking is enough. Challenge yourself on a hike. Black men do white people shit for a change. All right. It's fun shit. They get in the water. They hike. They go down mountains on snowboards and skis. And they have fun, all right? Do white people shit. You don't have to just play spades, bid whist, and drink Henny and dance, all right? Black women, lose some weight. White women,
where the white women at?
Show me your feet, all right, if that's what you want to do. White men, stop being such very, very aggressive sexually here. You guys are nasty with the fetishes. White men, clear your fetish deck out. Your fetishes are out of control. And Latina men, all right, have a Modelo on me. I don't know. Look, ladies, send me some feet pictures. Do what you need to do. Latinas, Asians, Linglings, white, I don't discriminate. Middle Eastern, you know who-ish. It is what it is. Latino dudes, what can I tell the Latino dudes? Stop farting on your wife. All right. Start fighting on your wife, and the Dallas Cowboys sucks for the Latino men. All right, the Dallas Cowboys suck. All right, anyway, Asian men, stop eating all that soy. All right, Asian men. All right, Asian men, this is my advice.
You better boss up, nigga.
Asian men, boss up, man. All that tippy toe shit that y'all doing for your women ain't working, man. They don't respect you. They using you. All right, anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. I got to go, man. Thank you for the support. I appreciate y'all all week. Peace.
Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This will be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?